Raven. Firing into the dark shadow near the cliffside. You all of a sudden notice at the last moment. I like how she's hiding herself under her unicorn hoodie. Unicorn.
I do not perceive. This is not happening.
As this statue, you're catching it last minute. You try to pull up, and then you feel scraping as you slide. You try to steer out of the way, and you just graze the bottom of this with that despair that you rolled last time. So here's what happens. Because of the size of the silhouette of the statue, the Phoenix automatically takes 3 points of hull trauma with no ability to soak it. Okay? And I need you to pull up the Phoenix's character sheet. And you're going to go to the critical injuries table.
No!
And that despair, I'm cashing in a critical hit against the Phoenix. So when you roll this, don't add any additional things to it because you didn't roll any threat on the roll. You only had to despair. So there isn't any like plus 10 or plus 20 on this roll. It's just a straight up critical injury on the chart.
Okay. Okay.
Oh. I guess it really doesn't matter.
Oh, we
I'll wait
oh,
till the pilot's next
tailspin.
turn,
Oh, we oh, tailspin.
Tailspin. So, as this scraping occurs, the statue actually pushes you off course and you lose control temporarily of the Phoenix. And it begins now. You had the Phoenix kind of on its side, so it just starts like a coin being twisted onto a table, being spun. That's what the Phoenix is currently doing. And Yeska, you're being tossed about. Tizo, you're being tossed about inside the weapons hall there in the top of the ventral and the dorsal area of the ship. Dran, you're flying. You're feeling this flying around in the co-pilot seat. You can see things shifting back and forth. The bright light of what's left of that peak of sunlight that's coming over top of some of the mountains. Like just, you see the light, then darkness. See the light, then darkness. See the light, then darkness as the ship just spins.
Raven!
I'm working on it! Try not to cry!
I've got a bad feeling about these.
Don't puke in my ship!
And unfortunately, for Yeska, the only remaining beast on the ship is in the I think you're on the bottom, so you're in the ventral.
Yes.
The only remaining beast is with.
Is it also being tossed around, or is it just standing there, just chilling?
It is also being tossed around, so it will have some.
Okay, at least
setback.
there's that.
Yeah. So let's see. We've got. Here it is. That was the character she does. Look at that. It's going to try to give you a good clawing. So I'm going to say it takes 2 plus. I think you give it 1 setback, or is it 2?
Just 1 setback from my my coat because I don't have a lightsaber ignited.
Okay, and I'm going to give it 2
Or do
additional.
I? Let's say no.
I don't think you did. You? I can't.
I don't remember.
I don't
honestly
remember either.
So I think
Tizo did.
Yeah.
I think we'll go with the benefit of I didn't.
Okay, so I'm gonna add 2 more setback because of the tailspin that the Phoenix is currently in. And I'm gonna go ahead and roll this against you as it tries to claw you. And let's see what happens. It actually did hit with a threat. So that's 7 soakable damage. And its threat will be that it'll take a point of strain in the process as it's being jostled around inside this small space within the ship as the ship's losing control. And that'll end that NPCs go. And I don't have any more NPCs left. So, does anybody remember what PCs went at the top of the round?
I'm pretty sure I went because I killed the one that was next to me.
Because I think Christy went last to try to get the ship out of there. So I can't remember who was left.
I can't remember either.
Okay.
I think I went pretty recently because didn't I killed a bunch of.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
went.
Yeah, with your harm.
It might
Yeah, I
be
was like,
Yeska's turn.
Sounds about right.
I think it might be Yeska's turn, honestly.
Yeah, I think so.
All
So,
right.
Yeska, you're up.
I'm being tossed around like a quarter in a purse. So I'd like to try to take out my pistol and shoot it.
Okay. Do you have anything
What's my
that, it's... So you're at point blank range. So what that does is it raises the difficulty by 1 purple die. So what it's going to be, I think, is going to be 2 purple die for your difficulty to fire at point blank.
Mm-hmm.
And you have 1 upgrade because you're on Moraband. And let me double check and see if these guys, I don't think they don't have any defenses, so you don't add any setback. Well, actually...
Well, do I have setback because I'm being tossed around?
Tailspin adds 2 setback.
I mean, that is a good show.
I love me some Tailspin.
Tailspin is a
If
great show.
we could do a Tailspin influenced RPG, I'd be here for it.
I'd be on it so quick.
Yeah. I call Baloo. Here we go.
Oh.
Blast from the past.
Oh wait, you forgot to add you got accurate 1 on that weapon, so you're supposed to add a boost as well to that.
Oh,
that attack.
my bad.
So see if it has any effect on the outcome here of your miss.
Okay. Doubly deuced. Here comes a boost.
Well, it just makes it less of a failure, because it doesn't give you the success, but cancels out the failure.
I get an advantage.
Yep, you have 1 advantage as you miss, and it fires out. It just ricochets inside. Some sparks fly. You're damaging the ship a little bit more.
It's just bouncing all around it.
Yeah, exactly. How would you like to use your advantage?
I'd like to hit the quick release button on my harness.
Okay.
And be able to get out and be able to be mobile to fight against this thing on my next turn.
Okay. Perfect. Excellent. You got it. Great. That'll end all these other NPCs.
I also want to be in, because you said that it is like a coin flipping around.
This way.
This way?
Yeah, because she was flying sideways, and then the statue hit the back side of the ship and pushed it. So you're like.
Then I want to use my advantage to position myself in such a way where I am in the outside part of whatever centrifugal force is happening.
Yeah, it's
so I'm not being tossed around.
You would be being tossed like towards the glass on the bottom of the ship, like where the guns are pointing out. By the way it's spinning,
right.
You'd be like being forced out that way.
Well, can I like be standing on the glass bits because it's spinning and the force would be pulling me that way?
Sure.
So like, because if I remember right, on this model of ship from all the Star Wars I've watched, is that it's not just a piece of glass. Or is it like a framework of metal?
Yeah, it's not just glass.
Then I want to be standing kind of on the lattice work, so I'm not like. I know it's thick glass, but I don't want to be standing.
True. Actually, you saw that statue hit, and it came pretty close to that glass. You're lucky it didn't like come down on that glass and just shatter it. But yeah.
Yeah, lucky.
Sure. But now we're at the top of the round, so any PC can go.
Yes, can you try again?
Do you want? Can I try and get control of the ship?
Sure.
First.
Yeah.
You'd like to?
Yeah, I'd like to get us out of this tailspin, please.
Okay. We'll call this a piloting check. And it's going to be 2 purple difficulty, upgraded once because of Moraband.
Mm-hmm.
as Raven struggles and panics and tries to regain control.
I'm gonna upgrade because I need to save my ship.
Okay, sure.
And I upgraded my piloting to be even.
Uh-oh.
Oh
my
my
God.
Oh, look at that roll.
I like that.
Look at that roll.
That's
Okay,
right, Beach.
Raven, I'm gonna
Boys, go home. Raven's got it.
I'm gonna cash that threat in to give you a point of strain as it's taking its toll
I'll take it. I'll take it.
to regain control of this spacecraft. But you can go ahead and describe how you regain control, and you also have a triumph in play. So whatever you'd like to use that triumph on your piloting check, you may.
Is there any more creatures on the ground? Or is it just the one in our ship?
From what you can tell, you know there's one because you can hear Yeska fighting something down in the ship. It seems like things have died down in the cockpit ever since Dran seemed to like soak them into his flesh in some way. That happened. You haven't had all the time to process all that information just yet because this has all been happening very fast.
Okay.
But you don't see anything on the ground. But then again, you are kind of coming out of a tailspin.
Yeah, as I come out of the tailspin, I kind of want to Tokyo drift around the pillars and like pull all the way up, kind of like as it's moving, kind of like sliding backwards, like when like the ice skaters do that.
Yeah.
Like I want to pull around, and I'm hoping with the triumph and me yelling brace in the comms for Yeska that I can make the creature attacking him go off kilter and either get harmed or gets a setback or something, so he doesn't have enough advantage to hit Yeska without struggling.
Okay. How about this? I'll even add another thing to this.
Okay.
Yeska, you know there is a hatch release within the gunnery cockpit that you're in that kind of quickly opens like a small door within the hatch.
Yeah. So I'm just like watching this thing pinball around.
Yeah. And as it hits the perfect spot and she slides around this pillar, one of the pillars that she shot, you can see in the distance, is going... And this huge cloud of red, dusty sand just fills the area as the blue highlighted beam of energy from the back of the Phoenix, like you just see it come into view. And Yeska just waits for that perfect time, hits that button, and it goes... opens up, and this phantasmal beast just goes and just gets sucked out of it. And Yeska just quickly hits the button again, and it goes and seals. And you guys are having an encounter.
I think we're Triumph! Oh, I'm so good at piloting now! Oh!
Great flying there, Raven.
I will
Great
run up to
job.
the cockpit to make sure we're good.
Yeah, ditto.
Okay.
Everybody okay? Of course, my lightsaber is put away. I still have it in my hand, but it's not
You're still
ignited.
just wandering around with it lit. Are you okay?
No.
Oh, not anymore.
I'm gonna like bring us up to about 1,000 feet, just to be safe for us to have a breather.
Okay. Oh, so you're bringing the ship up a little bit off the
Yeah,
planet?
we're going to
Okay.
like cruising, like
Kind
maybe
of up
not
into
even
the
1,000.
lower atmosphere.
Lower
Yeah,
atmosphere,
okay.
like Cessna level.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
That's still...
Raven's bringing you guys up into a little bit of the atmosphere, and you guys have a moment to regroup. At this point, the adventure is all yours.
Everybody okay?
Okay. So, this planet
Ship okay.
probably
Running diagnostics on the ship.
Okay.
Probably not so good. I think that we should, how you say, make like a Gundark and leave.
That's character, Raven's trying really hard not to giggle as she's like doing diagnostics.
Actually, Raven, as you are doing diagnostics, you take a look over at the other computer that you were running life form scans for on the planet,
Hmm.
and there's a little faint blip. A single faint blip. Seems to be coming from to the northwest of your current location.
I'll kind of put it up on the screen and show the boys while they're regrouping.
Okay.
Here's our
I'm gonna
target.
jab a stim pack into
Oh,
my
yeah.
leg.
Okay.
Yeah, who
yeah,
all's
how do-
hurt? Who all's feeling good? Like, how
I'm
are we?
okay.
I'm hurting.
Oh yeah,
Strain.
don't forget
Few
if you have
scratches.
strain, you can make that. I think it was discipline or cool check
Okay.
to try to regain. Remember, it's no purple dice on the difficulty, and any success will remove a point of strain from your character. This is one of those times where we didn't reset strain at the beginning of the session because you were
Yeah.
still technically kind of in the middle of an
Technically in
encounter. Yeah.
Discipline.
I'll pull out my kit. Anybody need to get patched up a little bit?
Oh,
Put on my
please,
rubber
doctor.
glove. All right, let's do this. So let's see. It's is it an average difficulty? I guess it depends how damaged you guys are, right?
I'm only
Depends on
3.
Okay, yeah, so that'll
Okay.
be... I think that'll be easy then. I think that'll be just 1 purple on his check.
Alrighty, so I guess I'll get Tizo first. He doesn't look like he's in too rough of
Few
shape
scratches.
there. Yep. So what I'm doing is I'm going here and I'm doing medicine. This better work. Oh, I need to upgrade my difficulty, right? Because I'm on.
Yeah. Even though you're in the atmosphere, it still counts.
Okay.
You're
That would heal 3.
3.
All
Yeah, I
right.
think that was all you needed, right?
Yep.
All right, so Tizo's getting patched up by Dr. Dran over there.
All right. All right, Yeska, you ready?
Doctor, please. Be gentle.
And what the difficulty on this one is this
How badly are you hurt? Are you over half of your wound threshold?
No.
No. Okay, so
Alright.
it'd just be...
I am 9 of... Well, yeah, I guess so. I'm 9 of 12.
Okay, so
Woo!
that would be 2... Oh, 9 of 12. I think that'd be 3 on this one. Or no, I think they have to be unconscious or like almost exceeding. Do it 2 purple dice on this one.
And may the force be with me on this one. What am I doing?
Oh,
Oh,
there you go, yeah.
There you go. Use them. You guys had a lot.
Well, yeah, but that's
You would say that.
okay.
All right.
Okay, so 5.
Nice.
Yeah, 5. 5
okay,
wounds
okay.
healed.
Patch up a bit.
And that stim
thank you.
pack would have healed you 5 as well.
Probably.
Jessica.
So you back
All
to
right.
full.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm gonna use my free stim from my thing on myself. And
Okay, stimming yourself.
For getting rid of strain, is that cool or discipline? Because I accidentally rolled cool.
It's either one. You get to choose.
Oh.
Whichever's higher for your.
And is it per success or per any good
it
thing?
it has to be a success
Think.
for strain. Yeah.
I believe on the med pack it does. Doesn't it do something there as well?
Oh, med pack. I think successes are wounds and advantages are for strain. I think so.
I believe you're right. That's what I'm.
Ah,
double
cool.
checking.
So yeah, you guys could heal strain from those
Yeah.
advantage.
I didn't have
Yeah.
any.
Cool.
It's that incredible bedside manner of Dr. Dran, and he's
Yep.
Oh
he's
yeah.
got that mastered.
Squat and cough.
You're getting much better, I have to say.
Well, I've been practicing on you guys in
Yeah,
live
but
combat
I was
situations.
going to say the practice has paid off, Doctor.
Thank you all for your
For your guinea pigness.
and the scars. Yeah.
All right.
I did warn you all about the planet, so if you wish to not continue, just drop me off and I will.
Tizo, are you trying to say I
I'm
can't
not
do
going to
that?
drop you anywhere.
No, but this needs to be completed. So
Well, northwest. Let's go then. You all good?
I gave you my word.
I
That's
mean-
what everyone wants to do, okay, but I would rather leave. But I
would
stay
also
here with
rather
you.
could we is the mark moving? This life form?
Is it stationary?
From what you can tell on the scan, like it's a very faint blip. Like it's barely enough for the computer to be able to pick it up. But it doesn't appear to be moving. It appears to be stationary.
All right, I'm gonna set a course for that. Blip.
Okay. Now, one thing you do realize is this would be the equivalent of nighttime here for Moraband, as the sun has now set. I mean, it's
Great.
even daytime is kind of like, it looks like dusk pretty much all the way through, because of all the sand and the atmosphere and things of that nature. So now it's really dark. So you guys can kind of push on. You can have an option to find a way to have yourself a long rest of some sort, or it's up to you guys. You can,
Time is of the essence, right? Does this thing have lights on it?
of course.
Do we
We
want
will
to...
be advertising ourselves. Yeah.
Right.
We're a
Can...
flying spaceship.
Good point.
I don't. Part of me wants to say we wait until a little bit more light, but also don't want to lose the mark of where we're
light
going.
doesn't bother
So
me at all, so...
I think if we wait until the light, it would be better, because I think those shadow creatures only attacked once the shadows were more than the light.
You do
What
have
if we've
a point.
alerted our presence to someone and now they have time to prepare? We haven't exactly been subtle.
yeah,
It's not
there's
really our fault.
downsides and upsides to everything. So what do we feel is the best? Down and up.
When Dren said we haven't been subtle, all I could think of is the phoenix hovering there, just blasting at the surface of the planet.
Yeah, subtle's not really our
That
strong
flashback
suit.
rolls
Yeah.
through Yeska's mind.
Statues crumbling.
Yeah. That's...
All right, let's go. Let's just go.
Check it out.
Let's go then.
Alright.
I'm sick of all this waiting. I'd like to go, take care of the problem.
The faster we're finished here, the faster we can leave.
Exactly.
Why not? Let's
She's
just
right.
rip the band-aid off, let's not draw it out longer than it needs to be.
Okay. So, as Raven kicks the phoenix into gear, and you guys make your way into that direction, about 20 minutes, and you notice that you're starting to get closer to this blip, this single blip, scanning for life forms. It never gets any stronger, although you can see from the overall distance you're making ground on it. And eventually you realize why it's having some interference and some struggles. Is you get to an area and it looks like almost like large temple-like structures, somewhat silhouetted by the deep dark red sky in the distance. More of those statues that seem to be weathered and crumbling, and some of them only just the legs remain standing there. You see those in sort of like a parallel spaced out pattern that seem to lead up this one kind of like natural ravine or cavern that seems to be forming on this planet. But then you see the blip seems to be coming from what looks to be a mountain. The blip seems to be coming from inside it.
Inside a mountain. Perhaps some kind of cave system? Or...
Do we see a safe place that we could land?
Everybody go ahead and make perception checks if you'd like. And I'm going to call this 2 purple, average difficulty. And since it's dark, and the lights, this ship does have lights, but they're not the greatest. You have to get really close to things to be able to like really see. I'm going to give it 1 black setback as far as sight goes, but anybody who has anything that negates setback for sight, thermographic vision probably wouldn't work for this because there wouldn't really be a heat signature. It's not like a life form or anything. Like something like dark vision or something would help you here. if you had.
I've
oh
got-
my god, no.
I've got infrared vision. Is that
Not
what you need?
again.
Darkness doesn't
Seriously?
affect me at all, so
Okay, yeah. So, you don't have to add the.
Can I see with my infrared? Is that what you mean?
Infrared is heat signature, right?
sure.
We're looking for a place to
Two,
land.
2 seconds.
Yeah. I don't think.
Okay, so what do I need to roll?
Perception upgraded 1 purple with 1 black set die.
Unless you have a way of like.
I don't get step back on perception checks because I have like so much high tech in my helmet right now.
Yeah, like night vision would help here.
Yeah, I
any
have
kinda-
I
yeah.
have up to 4 setbacks removed on my helmet.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
nice.
So,
Sweet.
so perception, you said 1 purple, 1 upgrade.
Infrared allows you to see mostly at night because everything has residual temperature.
Okay.
But if something has a high temperature, it shows up really well.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you're probably gonna still have the setback because if you guys are using the lights on the ship, those lights are gonna be really bright in your vision,
Okay.
and it's gonna make
So
it
you
hard to
said-
see everything beyond that. Yeah.
Perception. Sorry to any actual scientists out there that my 2 seconds research on infrared was probably not enough.
All right. Well, advantage for Yeska. We've got a success and 2 advantage for Raven. We have a pretty bad failure for Tizo there.
Yep.
And we got I don't know what happened with Dran.
Just get a bloody nose.
Yes.
Story of Dran's life.
Dran, you're looking around for a place to land. You're all looking. Raven, you seem to spot a place that probably used to be like a stone foundation for some sort of structure, but the structure is just completely missing, and it's just like a flat, almost perfect landing pad for the Phoenix. Yeska, as you're looking around, you notice Dran starting to sweat a little bit. And God. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Tizo, can you help me put it back in?
As Raven is bringing the ship down and engaging the landing gear, Dran, you're looking down and you see bodies laying on this platform. And they're all wearing rebel attire. Some are face down, just lying there. One's like face up, eyes still open, looking up at the ship as Raven is slowly bringing it down. They're motionless. Looks like the one that you can start to see a little bit closer as you get down towards the platform has a massive blaster wound in their chest. You can see where the armor, the outfit has been singed and blackened by the fire of the laser. And you're going to suffer 3 strain and 3 conflict.
We can't land here. We can't land here.
What?
See them, right?
Sorry, what?
I point down through the viewport.
Do I see anything?
Nothing.
Doctor, this is like the perfect landing spot. I think I know what I'm doing. Are you okay?
Maybe not.
I want to use my advantage to kind of like pull the doctor aside and let Tizo take his seat in the in the co-pilot seat, and just kind of like do some like battlefield counseling real quick.
As
Slap him over.
Tizo, as you get ready to sit down in the co-pilot seat, you bump your head on one of the panels above the cockpit, and you take a point of strain.
Don't
for that
touch
threat.
anything.
I didn't. The ship touched me. All right.
You
God, that
touched the
hurt.
ship. I'm sorry, but
That's
you had
a
a fight and
title.
my ship won.
So I'm going to, kind of bring the doctor out into the corridor. And, Doctor, what did you see?
Saw my allies, or what they once were.
This planet, I think it affects our minds, yes? And so if you see something strange, if you see something terrifying, we need to be talking to one another. Because what we see may not really be there. I sense that this place is very strong with the dark side. And so we must be careful. If you see anything like that again, or if I see anything, let's tell each other, yes? To make sure that it is real. That way we do not hinder the mission.
You have a good point, Yeska. I go and kind of like tap him on the shoulder, and I also kind of just check to make sure he's really there, that it's not an illusion.
I poke him in the chest a little bit, make sure he's real, and then give him the like, you're a good doctor.
Yes.
Just
Very
yeah,
nice.
it's like in the Last Crusade, the German goodbye.
For that RP, Dran, you may remove 2 strain and 2 conflict from your character sheet.
Thanks, Yeska. I'll get it together.
It's all right. We're in this together. We're a team. What one of us goes through, we all go through. All right. No more of the namby-pamby, and I slap him again this time.
All right, and you guys can feel Raven, the landing gear engage, and you can feel the compression of the suspension on the landing gear kind of as she rests the vessel down onto this stone landing platform.
Is it manual or autopilot?
I would have thought you would have done it manually, but if you want to autopilot it, you sure can.
No, I'm manual it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you've done this. You've done this a
Because
bunch of
Christy
times, so.
prefers autopilot. Raven does not.
Christy runs into walls
Don't
and
judge
stuff
me,
when it's
Derek.
not.
I saw that scoff. You. I'm gonna fight you.
Yeah, so you guys have landed here safely. What would you like to do?
I will make my way out of the ship, ducking my head so I don't hit the top of the roof again.
All right.
Going to reload and holster my pistol.
Okay.
Make sure that I am ready for any kind of danger.
Where was the last ping in regard to our location?
In the mountain,
Yeah.
was it?
Yeah.
Do we have it
yeah.
like in our comm links we can locate?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could have it in your comm link. Yeah.
Our tricorder?
Captain, it's a Class M planet.
Remember the Prime Directive.
You guys make your way out into the cold, dark night of Moraband. And you're walking between these large statues. And in the darkness, they just seem to be like looming silhouettes of shadow, just as you're walking through them, like pillars on either side of you. Some of them half crumpled, just laying in piles of stone rubble within the sand on either side. You keep on trekking closer, and you end up going. You start to. It slopes down just the slightest bit. And you start to go into this little gully area, and it seems to be leading you to the base of this large mountain that you can see just this massive silhouette of along the darkened sky. you start to hear whispers. Overlapping whispers. Almost hard to understand exactly what's being said. Some of you, it sounds like some different language is being spoken as these whispers just go, and they just echo over and over, and all of you hear it. It's not something in your mind, it's just in this space. It's everywhere around you. As the crunching of the red sand continues to crunch underneath your boots. You keep on trudging on, heading towards that ping. And eventually this area that sloped down a little bit opens up just the slightest bit, and it's hard to see because it's dark here and you're in a valley now. All of a sudden, behind, all around you, you see a single purple flame upon a wooden pole that's like stuck into the ground off to your left. Just ignites and starts to flicker and burn on top of what seems to be a kind of like a tiki torch in the ground.
Okay.
For lack of a better term. Then on to the right of you, another one, cascading this purple flickering firelight glow.
I have my gun ready.
Same.
Yep. I've got my lightsaber out but not ignited, and drawn my pistol as well.
Yeah, I have my lightsaber out too, just not ignited yet.
I do not have my lightsaber on me. That is something that she has left on the ship.
Okay.
She has 2 guns now, though. She has the disruptor pistol, and her blaster carbine is in a sling over her shoulder.
Okay. And currently you're holding that blaster carbine at the ready?
No, currently I'm holding the disruptor pistol.
Okay, cool.
No disintegrations.
Yeah.
Then another one to the left, just a little bit farther off. And then to the right, another one.
All right, everyone back to back. We do not want to accidentally attack one another.
There you go.
Yeah.
and we just Charlie's Angels out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That's it. Ta-ta! And it's like the purple torchlight behind you adds the silhouette of you guys all like standing there. Tizo out front with his lightsaber. But yeah, all of a sudden, about 8 of these torchlights come on, like illuminating the area. And it's still a dim light, but it's not darkness. And it's cascading this purple light all around this open area. You can see in the distance there's some rubble and some stone, and it looks to be some type of ruin, like beyond. And then between those torchlights, you start to see these robed black figures start stepping out of the threshold from darkness to light. They just look like a heavy, shrouded dark robe that runs all the way down to the sand. And you can see them walking confidently towards you, surrounding you. 6 of them start walking closer. And as they get closer, you realize as the light is kind of going through them, almost like they're ethereal figures moving their way towards you. And then they start to speak in overlapping voices. And they say, "We are the Sith, and this is our world. We are the Sith, and this is our world. We are the Sith, and this is our world." As they continue to get closer and closer to you.
What are you doing?
When they get close to me, yeah, I'm gonna slash with my lightsaber.
Headshot!
Before this happens, I need each of you to do me a favor.
Okay.
We're gonna do what's called a fear check.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
So-
afeared. I'm definitely.
yeah. If you're checking, yeah.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna roll a discipline check, and this is gonna be a hard check, but it's gonna be upgraded 3 times.
What?
So that's basically three reds.
3 reds is the difficulty on this check.
I have confidence, so I get to decrease discipline or difficulty by 1.
There you go. Yep. If you have anything that would affect it, sure.
I don't.
Yeah, that's what I was checking. I thought
Not
I
a
did,
dang
but I
thing.
don't think I do either.
Yeah, this is a pretty hard.
Oh
check.
yeah, I fail big time.
No.
Yeska.
Oh
Yeska
my
is
god, Yeska.
afraid.
Okay, hold on. So it was 3 upgrades and what exactly? 3 purple? Is that what you said, Michael?
yeah.
Okay. And the type was discipline, correct?
And discipline. That's correct. Yep.
Great. I'm gonna use a light side thing
Okay.
for me,
Oh.
and it didn't. Cool.
Well,
Oh, I didn't add the blue. I don't think it's gonna matter. I can't get rid of 3.
Yeah, I
But-
think the most it can
yeah.
get rid of is 2, but you can check. Might give you more advantage.
Nope.
Nope. Blue
Okay.
dice.
So, basically, as far as mechanics go, for this next encounter, anybody who failed the check adds a black setback additionally to any action that they make for this next encounter. Okay, so that's what the mechanic is for that. If you succeed,
What about my despair?
which I think Dran might be the only one who
Dran,
succeeded.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Dran, you hold it
it's because
together.
my cheek still hurts where Jessica's slapping.
And that despair, Yeska, you are terrified right now. I mean, everybody's looking pretty frightened as you guys can feel each other, like as backs are pressing up against each other as these things are coming closer to you, chanting. Yeska, you're gonna suffer 3 conflict and 3 strain for that despair as you're getting panicked. Raven, you technically have an advantage, and Tizo, you technically have an advantage, even though you failed.
I'll pass it to the next person.
Okay.
Oh no, wait. Actually, no. I'll take away the 1 strain that I have.
Okay.
I forgot I took that from hitting my head.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll pass mine forward then.
Okay, so you guys, next person to go will have a boost on their roll. As these guys come closer, they stop in their tracks. As you guys are all like getting your weapons ready, it looks like everybody's ready to pull triggers and stuff like that. They stop, and Yeska, one of them looks it doesn't. It looks like they're all like facing you guys as a group, but Yeska, you hear one like deliberately like calling to you. Ah, yes. I
Ka.
see.
Is yes, Ka.
Nice to meet you, Yeska. So much that this planet can offer you. I see that you desire more skill. I see that you want to rise to the top, to be the best in your abilities. It seems that you found the place that can help you hone in on those skills.
Yeska is going to become quite offended. Since pride is one of his main character attributes, he already kind of considers himself possibly one of the best, if not the best,
and humble too.
in the galaxy. Hey, that's pride. That's pride, man. It's got two sides to that coin. In fact, like all the times where he succeeded on lightsaber abilities and his duel with with Tizo. He's just got his rough up about this and goes, "What could you possibly teach me with your sand atmosphere and your creepy robes? How dare you?" And he lights his lightsaber and goes, "I will show you you have nothing to teach me."
It seems you only need to be worried about one thing. I think you're worried that the one that stands next to you is better than you. And they gesture towards Tizo. Perhaps
If he is better than me,
perhaps he is the best.
perhaps, but it is not for you to judge. You're not a warrior. He is warrior.
And then at that,
We have already taken the measure of each other and have judged each other worthy. But you weird robes and creepy voices, yet you are not worthy.
when you get done saying that, they all in unison, just like they're standing there, but they start chanting again. We are the Sith, and this is our world. We are the Sith, and this is our world.
USA. And then Christy goes, Canada.
Oh wow! Dang, we got a bunch of stuff coming in from the chat, guys.
Yeah, Jamie's looking out for us.
Tizo, you have a player inspiration, so you can take a boost to use on any part during the show tonight. So that's from Stumpy. Raven gets a bardic inspiration. I'm not sure what we're gonna call that yet. We'll call. I'll just add a. You can just
A
take
Biff
a boost.
musician.
Yeah, there you go.
Inspiration.
Take a boost.
Dran,
we'll say that adding your proficiency bonus will add. You can choose either to add a success or a advantage to your next roll.
Yes.
Okay, or a roll of your choice. We'll say it that way.
Yeah.
Yeska, you just got gifted 100 credits.
Woo!
You found some, as you're having this conversation, you reach down, there's like 100 credits in the sand. You don't know how it got there. And a luck point to Yeska.
I check my pockets. Where's my credit?
So luck means you can choose to re-roll any check.
Oh.
So
Like any past check or like any
no, from here on. No. No, from here on out, you can re-roll. You can choose to re-roll one of your checks. So,
Wow.
Thank you, chat. You guys are so generous tonight. They're really trying. Oh wait, here. I get a boost.
Oh,
Great.
boo! Come on, chat.
Really? Jamie, why?
Thank you, Jamie. As if Moraband wasn't
There
bad
must
enough.
be
Yeah.
balance in the force.
That's right.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
That's it. That was really good. Yeah. So that they start chanting. Is there anything else that you guys are doing at this point?
I
Yeah,
pick
I
up.
wanna-
Oh, I
I
thought
pick
I
up
made
my
it clear.
found
I was
money.
doing headshot.
Yeah,
are you
I'm
gonna take a
slashing.
shot? Okay.
I'm slashing at them, yeah.
Okay, since you guys are making an attack, what we'll do is I'll put on the turn order, and you
boy.
guys can go ahead and you
Boy.
can roll initiative, and I'll roll initiative for these guys. I will say that they are rolling. Let me double check. They're gonna roll vigilance. Their vigilance is because they're kind of in talking mode right now, and you guys are just starting to open fire. So you guys can roll cool.
Does the fear factor into
Can
this?
I-
Does
Oh,
we
you
have,
know what? I think with fear you
What's-
have
what's
to
the
roll
fear
vigilance.
factor?
The fear
I was gonna
factor-
say, can I roll vigilance? Vigilance is my better
yeah,
one.
Yeah, I think with fear, if you're frightened, you have to use vigilance.
Oh, nice. I could use cool because I'm not afraid.
You're
Thanks,
not
Joe
afraid.
Fear leads to anger.
The funny thing is, vigilance is like my better one too.
Make sure I clear my dice.
I still did okay. Dran, you did great.
Oh God.
Okay. I'm gonna put on some combat music as Raven pulls the trigger. Let's go with action hero. I like action heroes. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and arrange these. Everybody roll.
Yep.
Everybody good? Okay, we'll put them in descending order. Uh-oh. Well, that 2-3 is definitely better than a 2-1. That 2-1 breaks a tie. That 2-4 is definitely better than a 2-3. And we got if all these rest. Oh, there's a PC there at 1-2. There we go. That looks like it's in order. I am going to say that I'm going to skip this first NPC because they're not really going to, like, if Raven's first act is to, like, fire, that's going to trigger pretty much everything, and it'll go from there. So I'm going to skip that NPC for this first round and go to the first PC of the round. Okay. That's right, Stumpy. Who shot first?
Me.
Raven.
So,
I did it.
I would say Raven probably takes the first PC slot. But yeah, getting the jump on these guys.
So what's
Okay,
the...
here's the problem with these guys.
Oh no.
Oh,
Here
Oh
we
no.
These have an ability that it's called Creature of Illusion. So combat checks targeting Moraband Sith phantasms always use willpower in place of the characteristic normally associated with that skill.
What?
What?
Also,
So your 6 agility
Do
doesn't
any of us
matter?
have any
your
willpower?
6 agility
two.
will be negated on
see.
this. Also, the pierce and breach qualities do not reduce a Sith phantasm's soak. So lightsabers and piercing weapons are not going to do quite as much as they normally would. So just so you guys all know. So you might have
how
to,
does that work in combat?
So basically,
Yeah, how am I gonna roll that?
so
So how many
this works,
willpower do you
I think
have?
you can change the skill on your.
2.
You can change
Can.
to your weapon, but how much willpower do you have? That's how many dice you roll. If you have
2.
So you roll 2
Right.
dice, and then do you have any ranks in the weapon you're going to be using?
I'm sure they do. Yeah.
So like if you have a rank, like 1 or 2 ranks into lightsaber, you would put both those dice would be yellow.
I think you can go on your character sheet and your weapons, and there's like an associated skill.
Oh, but that's doesn't do the ability though.
It doesn't do the it doesn't do the characteristic.
Because it's right. It's probably your.
I mean, you can change the
Yeah.
lightsaber to it, but you can't change like ranged combat.
Okay. So basically the way it works is you take willpower. So let's say your
Uh-huh.
willpower is 2.
Yeah.
Let's say what is your ranged what's your ranged 2? So
Rank.
basically your ranged rank is 2. Okay, so basically what you do is you take those 2 green and 2 from this rank. So basically your 2 green become 2 yellow, and that's what you would roll for your attack. So it'd be
Okay.
2 yellow.
It's like we could change our agility temporarily, and that would accomplish it, right?
You could,
we, like,
yeah,
drop
you
our
could, yeah.
agility to our-
Technically, you could
Probably-
temporarily make your agility score the same as your willpower just to get through this encounter.
Okay, that's probably easier to do.
Yeah,
then.
it's probably
Just-
I'm trying to math it.
Just somebody remember, we got to change them back. after.
Change it
I'll
back.
always-
Yeah.
So for me, that is my presence. So I'm just gonna knock my presence down 2. Is that correct?
Is that what you're using for your attack rolls? Your presence?
Yeah, because I'm a Makashi duelist.
If it's your lightsaber, you can change the lightsaber one. You don't have to worry about changing your stat.
Oh, you can just have it do.
If,
Yeah,
if you go down your
lightsaber
combat
has a
skill,
drop
it has a
menu.
drop down. You can just change that to willpower.
Okay.
And then
Oh,
you
I
can
see.
still use that.
I got you.
It's just for blasters and stuff. You wouldn't be able to do that.
All right.
Mhm.
Okie dokie.
All right. Moraband sucks, don't it?
Which I guess you
It
could technically
sure
just use.
does.
Everybody could just change their lightsaber one to willpower. Just use that to attack. If you don't feel like changing your stat, it would just
But I
say
think-
lightsaber instead of blaster.
Oh, interesting.
True.
So
Okay, so what is the dice pool on this then?
Okay, it's going to be... These guys are technically within close range of you guys. They're not like point blank, but they're the next range span, so it'd be 1 purple die with 1 upgrade because Moraband.
Yeah. And 1 setback.
And a
And
setback
one
if you're-
setback
Yeah.
because we're afraid.
Yep, 1 setback if you're afraid, yep.
This is gonna suck.
Let me double check one more time. Oh, and 1 setback because they do have defense.
I'm gonna upgrade.
Okay.
I'm mad. Oh, thank God.
That is a hit. Whoa.
Also, because it's not, it was giving me issues. This is the qualities. So
Oh, yeah,
it's +3. So 11,
Jeez.
12, 15 damage.
15 damage. So as these individuals are chanting, "We are the Sith, and this is our world. We are the Sith, and this is..." One of the shadows just goes and breaks completely apart and vanishes into the darkness. You still have a maneuver left, I believe, Raven, if you'd like to use it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just activate my jetpack and kind of bounce back behind my group to like keep their back safe and kind of turn my back to them so I'm facing the other people.
Okay, are you just doing a little and then just
yeah,
going,
just like a little bunny hop to like
Got you. Sweet.
cover the boys' back.
Nice. Then we got our second PC to go. Who would like to take the second slot?
I mean, I would.
Oh, by the way, I'm boosting it forward.
Okay.
Honestly, can I make a case that Yeska would want to go next because he's just
Sure.
like so, hyped
Offended.
up from them trying to like neg him.
Mhm.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it seems like the party's
Alrighty.
in agreement. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna ignite my lightsaber and lunge at the nearest Baden.
Okay. So you'll have to spend your movement to get within. So your maneuver would be getting in range with them, engage range. And I think you have. I think you had your lightsaber already activated, didn't you?
I had it out but not activated. It's just
Okay. Yeah, just
You know.
yeah, sure.
flicking the switch. Flick my bic and light it up.
Nice.
Nice. That's a hit. They do have some soak.
And I have an automatic advantage for that as well.
Okay. And breach does not seem to affect these.
Right.
Yeska, you slice with your lightsaber
Nice.
with all your might. The anger is starting to take control of you a little bit as you slice through. It feels like the light just seems to, the shadow kind of wraps around the saber for just a moment. And that creature is, that person, that's whatever that is still standing there in front of you. It was able to soak all of that.
Aw.
Okay.
You can spend 2 strain to do an additional maneuver if you'd like.
No. No tactical retreats at this time.
Okay, you got it. No tactical retreats. You got it. So that brings us to our next PC.
Okay. So, first I'm going to mark for death, one of them that's in front of me.
Okay.
And then my other maneuver, because we're not in melee, right?
You're in short range right now, so you'd
Yeah,
have to
okay.
use a maneuver to get to them.
I'm gonna hawkbat swoop.
Okay.
That's another maneuver, so I take 2 strain.
Okay, 2 strain to do your swoop.
And since they haven't attacked or acted yet, I get a boost from that.
Okay.
So I think I have everything set up. 'Cause it's 2 purple, 2 upgrades, or 1 upgrade, 2 setback. Correct?
That's correct.
Alrighty. Need to get back to my guild. I got 2 guaranteed from my Mark of Death, so I have 3 advantage.
Okay. And how much damage total is that?
I don't know why I clicked on lightsaber. Whoops. 6 damage.
6 damage. So you guys watch. Tizo gets into his position. Teeters
And
back.
I'm going to spend 2 of those to activate my linked property. So it's technically 16 damage total from the linked.
16 damage from the linked. Okay.
Yeah.
As he's spinning through the air, it seems like as you come through with your first attack, Tizo, it does something similar to Yeska. Like the shadow seems to like move around your lightsaber and just it's strange in the way the shadow moves. It kind of almost blinks out of existence for a moment and then back into its form when you come down. But then you shift over into the second part of your hawkback swoop and bring the blade through the other side. Then you watch as the shadowy form almost shatters like glass and then just is enveloped by the darkness around it.
Cool.
And it's gone.
Okay.
And that will be the end of
Do
mine.
we think that we can harm these things, or are our lightsabers useless?
You can harm them, you just have to do enough damage to get through their massive soak. You just have it's hard to hit an ethereal form and make enough contact to send it back to the shadows. All right. I guess that one Tizo's
Ancient
turn.
elvish lightsabers.
Is that all Tizo's going to do? You do have
Oh,
one
yeah,
more
sorry.
advantage, I think. I guess you're going to pay it forward.
I used it. No, I used it to heal strain.
Trigger.
Got you. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so one of these is going to go, and it's actually going to be the one that's standing right in front of Yeska. It seems to pull out what seems to be a shadow blade from beneath its robes, and then it holds it up well above its head and just tries to bring it down on top of Yeska. So it's going to go ahead and make an attack with what's called a spectral blade. So Yeska, I believe it has to make it's 2 purple and 2 black dice now because you have your saber. Excellent.
That's correct.
I am going to go ahead and I'm going to upgrade with a dark side point and give this guy a nice juicy plus. Is that good?
Hey man, you
All
do
right.
you.
All right, just giving you an opportunity to upgrade back, so because you can spend them to upgrade my difficulty too. So just making sure, and that will hit.
Hmm.
And these have breach 1, meaning they ignore 10 soak.
Uh-oh.
So that.
Okay.
So that does 8 wounds to Yeska. And you're disoriented for 2 rounds, meaning you add another additional setback to anything you do for the next 2 rounds.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Well,
Well, actually, you know what? Those do actually do
time for a parry.
now, before I do that, I realize this says stun damage, so that would actually deal strain, not wounds. So that's
Interesting.
8 points of strain damage instead. Excuse me for a moment. I gotta shut this door. I got too much volume coming through this door behind me.
Okay.
Small children in the house, you know? There we go.
All right, so it's time for a parry. So I've got, how many ranks of parry do I have now?
Here's the thing about parry, though. I think you're suffering more strain to do parry, right? Is that the way it works? Because this is doing stun damage, so it'd be doing strain damage instead of wounds.
Oh, so it's not wounding me. It's
Yeah, it's stunning you. It's straining you.
okay.
Mhm.
I mean, it does. It reduces the damage. It doesn't say. So I mean, if you have enough points in parry, it'd probably be worth. But if you only have one rank, then probably not.
Let's see. I've got 5 ranks in parry.
Oh God!
Oh my gosh! What the heck?
So you
I have
reduce damage
almost
by
maxed
10.
out this whole tree.
Jesus.
Nice.
So yeah, it's definitely worth for you.
Yeah.
So how, does that mean you get to suffer 1 strain and you reduce the damage by how many?
So it says, I suffer 3 strain
Okay.
to reduce damage by 2 plus ranks in parry.
So
Oh right, it's
7.
not times. Oops.
So you basically you're gonna suffer 4 strain then total.
Yeah.
Because it'd be 3 strain plus the 1 that's left over, so it'd be 4 strain instead of the. Yeah, so you're taking half the
That's
damage. You have the.
That's good.
You did a cunning action. That's right.
Basically.
That's right.
Yeah.
So how many wounds would that be now?
It's no wounds. It's just 4 strain.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's almost like the blade is cutting through your body into your soul.
Ouch.
Well,
All right.
Yeska
and,
has no soul, so no harm, no foul.
It gets a little dicey.
It gets a little
Chiss
dicey in here.
Afterlife is a really strange place.
That's like
No.
discussing the semantics of Mulfin's soul and who owns
Yeah.
it technically.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's complicated.
Who owns it
stuff.
this
Yeah.
week?
Yeah, that's right. It's complicated.
All right, so yeah,
yeah.
I do that and take that strain.
All right, then we got another PCs go.
I guess it's me at this point.
Yep.
I'm going to aim at one of the unengaged phantoms here, and I'm going to fire at it with a pistol.
Okay.
Here we go, here we go. And I think I only have my normal setback, like, because I'm not afraid, I'm not disoriented. I'm
just the one
yeah,
for the defense. Yep.
plus up. One for the. Oh, these guys have defense.
They have
Gotcha.
the defense 1, so yeah, they got a setback. Yep.
Well, let's see how this goes. Okay.
Oh, a hit.
Yeah,
You
for
did
10 damage.
10
A palpable
damage
hit.
and pierce 1, which reduces their soak
Although-
by 1.
Oh,
Oh
so
yeah,
it
well,
does.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
don't.
yeah.
They're immune to like the pierce.
Yeah.
But that is enough damage. You will suffer a point of strain in the process as you're firing at these
Yeah.
guys with
No!
that threat.
Burn myself.
But
Yeah.
you fire at one of the engaged ones. It looks like it's about ready to pull out a spectral blade and approach. But you see, as you fire, it seems like these shadowy hands just come up from out of the sand and grab its robes and pull it beneath the surface of the sand. And it disappears.
It's unsettling. That's all I can do. Enter.
All right. So now there are 3 of them left. Only 2 of them left to act. So one of them is actually going to. Yeah, one of them pulls out a blade and heads towards. One of them's going to head towards Duran,
All
and
right.
one of them's going to head towards Tizo. As they pull out their spectral blades. So Tizo, the first attack's coming to you. 2 purple. What? How many setback am I adding here?
I have 1 defense, so I'm assuming that's a setback, right?
Yep.
And then I'm also going to use the dodge incidental, take a point of strain, and they add. I think it adds another one, or is it an upgrade? Hold
I
on,
think
one
it's an
second.
upgrade.
Dodge. Where you at?
I'm pretty sure it upgrades.
Yeah. Then upgrade the difficulty. Yeah.
All right. So in that case, I'm going to use the dark side point. I'm going to try to counteract that a little bit.
No.
As the chess game begins.
Okay.
All good?
Yep.
All right. Here comes the spectral blade at Tizo, and it misses.
Whiff.
Tizo, using his dodging abilities, is able to just back up and you just go. This spectral blade just misses the tip of your nose. To advantage, I'm gonna send a boost to the next guy attacking Duran.
Oh, sorry, Duran.
That said, Michael, as this figure approaches, I do want to use my preemptive avoidance, where I can spend 1 destiny point to disengage from engaged enemy as an out of turn incidental.
Oh,
Wow, that's really
cool.
No.
What a
Like, use
clutch
the-
maneuver! Incidental.
It's a trap.
Well done. Well played, Dran. Yeah, it comes up and Dran just takes off and it swings its spectral blade at
Dran's like,
nothing.
nope.
Because
Strategic withdrawal.
they don't have anything arranged.
I was gonna
so-
say, joke's on you, they throw the sword at you.
Yeah, yes.
I guess he could probably take a second maneuver.
He throws the sword and it becomes a spectral spear. It flies through the air.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's Moraband. They can do what they want. No, that's all it can do because it can't take another maneuver because of things. And that brings us to the top of the
Great.
round.
Scared.
That NPC didn't ever get a chance to go and did not get a chance to go because Raven blew it out of the existence. So that brings us to another PC. There are still 3 left. One of them is next to Tizo, one of them is next to Yeska, and one of them tried to get next to Dran, but Dran noped
I could
right out of
boost
there.
I could add some success to everybody if we wanna.
Do it.
All right, I'm gonna call upon the force here. Call
Do
upon
it,
the force.
Doctor.
Oh,
if
using
it
the
works-
force.
Well, how close is everyone to me? Like, what are our distant?
I'm- Probably like within 10 feet of each of you.
You guys are all within short range.
Short range, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Okay, I just wanna
close encounter.
double
yeah.
check and make sure that. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna roll this then. Oh god. Okay.
Hey!
Oh, and plus an additional black
Plus 1
point.
dark, yeah.
Yeah, so there's two light, 3 dark.
That said, I think in order to activate this, I only have to
Use the light.
what should I call it? Yeah, use the 2 light to do this, and then to do the range upgrade. So 1 automatic success to all checks within 1 range band beyond engaged. So short.
All right. 1 automatic success.
Yeah, to all subsequent checks until the end of my next turn, I think.
So
Right?
describe to the audience, like, how are you're in the middle of this combat situation. How are you engaging with the force to make this happen, Duran? I want to hear you describe it.
So, I was not afraid of these things. I stood my ground.
Yeah.
And so as I see everyone, I see everyone initially freak out, but then I'm seeing how well they're just handling this stuff around them. I'll just, as I'm backing away, I'm like, you guys have this handled. You got it covered. I'm proud of you all.
Excellent.
Help!
Somehow I feel bolstered by that.
You feel, it's you're still afraid, but you can feel like, you do have the advantage now. Like you're getting rid of these creatures. You're sending them to whatever, I don't know if they have an afterlife, or you're sending them out of existence, or wherever they're going. You have no clue, but you guys are taking advantage of the situation. Is that all you're gonna do for your turn there, Dran?
Aim for my next turn. You can aim?
Next
Yeah,
turn.
yeah.
You can aim, yeah. So
Yeah.
you'll add a boost to your next turn, bringing us to our
Yeah.
second PC to go.
I mean, I would like to shoot the one that's going after the doctor, since the doctor's got our back, so I'm going to take that one.
Okay, excellent. Sure. And technically, the doctor is not engaged with this one, so you won't have the chance of shooting him instead.
That's why I did it. I thought about that.
Good thing I ran.
Yeah, I was like, well, he's the only one that's not engaged, so I don't have a chance of hitting him, so I'm gonna hit that one. Alright. I am going to use another light side to upgrade.
Okay.
Okay.
+2 or +1 beyond that,
Plus
right?
one,
Plus
so
one
that's 13, 14, 15, 16 damage.
Dran, you're watching as you're meditating. This one is starting to come after you. It's holding its phantasmal spectral blade above its head, and it's almost like floating towards you like this, and all of a sudden you hear and this thing just goes It just shatters, and the shadow just dissipates from in front of you. And
Charlie,
turn to Raven.
closed.
Yeah, you turn around and see Raven, the disruptor pistol just smoking in the dark, and the faint blue, purplish light of these torches in the background.
Turn the tide.
All right, and now I'm going to bunny hop over to the doctor.
Okay. She lands right next to you, Dr. Duran. And that will bring us to our third PC.
And I will give.
Oh, yeah, you have two advantage there.
I'm gonna give them to Yeska, because he looks hurt.
Oh.
All right, so you get a blue boost on your next roll there, Yeska.
All right. I think I'll go next then.
All right.
So there's something I've got on my tree that I wonder if it counts as an action or if it counts as an incidental because it's a once per encounter thing.
Okay, what's it?
It's probably an incidental.
It's the
What's it?
Makashi Flourish.
Okay.
Once per encounter, I make an average lightsaber presence check. I guess there would still be willpower check with one engaged opponent suffers strain equal to successes, and I heal an equal amount of strain.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. I think the way it's, I'll have to look it up for sure, but I think that's incidental because it's one of your special abilities.
Skills. Yeah.
Okay, because it's once per encounter, so it's not
Yeah.
exactly an action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
All
can
right,
go
so
ahead
I'm
and
gonna
make
do
check. Yeah. Sure.
Do I still need all the difficulties on that?
What does it say again? What was your check? An average?
It's an average difficulty,
Okay, so no, it's just gonna be 2 purple dice.
so none of the setbacks or upgrades.
No, because you're not
Not the
technically.
Moraband
You're not
special?
are you attacking it? Like, is it an attack? Or is
No,
it-
it's a flourish. It's I'm
Like
you
some
know
Dooku stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
It's
just
like
I'm doing some like
display, being like, be scared of me.
Yeah.
yeah.
I would just say no.
It's
You're not attacking it, so
fancy.
its defense wouldn't matter. You're not doing anything to like. I mean, you're not like
Yeah.
trying to strike it, so no, none of that would. It's just
trying
gonna
to
be
psych it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
psych it out.
but I'm still using my willpower as my saber with this because I'm afraid, right?
No, it's not because you're afraid. It's attack rolls against these creatures use
Oh.
willpower.
Okay. Let me
It has-
switch that back
yeah.
real quick,
Yeah.
and then I will switch it back whenever I do my attack.
This combat is supposed to feel like more of it is happening in your mind than it is actually in a physical space. That's why they want you to use your
Okay, so-
willpower here. It's like you're actually having a
So
a physical and mental battle right now between light side and dark side.
So this thing takes 1 point of strain, and I heal 1 point of strain.
It takes 1 point of strain and you heal 1 point of strain?
Correct.
All right. You know what's cool about this maneuver? Is these creatures only have 1 wound threshold and they have 0 strain threshold. Meaning that when you do this flourish, this thing, all of a sudden, these spectral hands come out from under the sand and yank it. And it disappears.
Scared it to death.
That was a good flourish. It was artful. It was some, Tai Chi business, and it just yeets back into the ground.
There you go. And you still have your
right,
maneuver
so-
and your action.
So still maneuver and action. Am I like which bad guys are left?
Just the one next to
I'm
Tizo.
trying to Okay.
And it's only one
Then I
one
want
range
to-
band away.
Then I want to use my maneuver to get in there and just like try to lunge and just stab this sucker in its side since it's engaged with Tizo.
Perfect. I'll give you an additional blue boost on this attack because it's currently engaged with Tizo, and you're rushing in,
And
it's
I get
a little distracted.
Another one from Raven from earlier.
You do? It's going to be...
All right, let me switch my thing back to willpower.
Sure.
And what's the difficulty on this?
2 purple, 1 upgrade.
Uh-huh. One upgrade. And one setback.
One or two setback because you're still technically afraid.
2 setback. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. And here we go.
Oh my god. +1.
+1 from
Yeah, a lot
Giants.
of damage.
Yeah.
+1 the advantage.
Excellent. The anger takes a little bit of control over you, Yeska, during this, so you're going to suffer 3 strain for those 3 threat.
Okay.
Did you roll?
I think I one of them is taken away because of my automatic
Okay, sure. So 2
advantage.
strain.
I think I should probably also suffer a conflict point
Okay. Go ahead. Take your conflict.
because
if you suffer
I'm,
one,
I'm
if you suffer
incensed.
1, you got to suffer 2 because you're on Moraband. So all
right.
conflict is double.
I'm fine. I'm fine with that because he is angry. He's
Yep.
he's totally jazzed up right now.
But you can go ahead and describe how you eliminate this phantasmal being.
So after having done my fantastic display, and then executing a perfect long lunge, it just like Tizo's like squaring off with this thing, and then my lightsaber just like kind of how it's sort of melting around our lightsaber. You see like a small speck of gold turn into my lightsaber blade as it just kind of goes through its back and out of its chest, and then twists and rips through it as it kind of dissipates.
Nice.
And then you see Yeska recover and back to ready position, and then kind of flicks his hair back and says like to everyone and no one in particular is like, that is what being the best looks like.
And you guys are out of initiative.
Call him
And
out more
because
often.
because I think this is a particular moment of pride, could I take back a couple of those conflict points?
Sure. You can take
Cool.
2.
How many do I get?
Take 2 back.
All right.
And it's at that time, as you do that and you flick your hair, you hear to the right of you, and you all like turn at once, like looking over in that moment. You say, well, that was interesting. And you turn your heads over to see a hunched over humanoid figure standing silhouetted within this purple glow. Seems to be draped with raggedy looking robes and has a gnarled wooden cane. It's hunched over. Welcome, far travelers. I'd been wondering how long it would be before someone else showed up. You guys are all staring at this hunched over old man over in the corner who just welcomed you. And he continues talking. I can't even remember how many years it's been since my last visitor. If I'd have known you were coming today, I'd had prepared better hospitality. Still, wanderers in the wilds must assist one another as best they can, eh? And
This is your idea of hospitality.
And he reaches into his matted, terrible-looking cloak, or like robes. They got holes in them. It looks like they're like caked in red sand from this planet. And he produces
everywhere.
a flask of water in his hand, and he kind of stretches it out towards you guys.
What is your name?
Oh, my name isn't important.
Kinda is.
Honestly, I'm just a seeker of truth like yourselves. I'd wager... I came here in search of answers, but found the solitude agreeable. The atmosphere, less so. But one makes do.
Are you Soldier Ward?
He begins to chuckle.
Throwing it out there.
Might as well.
I ain't got time to waste on this planet.
He chuckles. His voice seems dry from the dust around you, but he says, I suppose I should be so flattered. Do I really look like a Jedi Knight to you? I don't know that I'd be cut out for such a burden. Especially at my age. He breathes and deeply sighs. He shrugs and turns away from you guys. And then says...
I kind of turn back to everyone else and just kind of give a what the heck shrug. Like,
My gun has been trained on him this entire time.
He basically... He starts to walk away and he gestures for you guys to like follow him. And he's like, please come. I'm assure you that the accommodations will be better than... He looks all around, and the creepiness of the atmosphere and those purple flickering flames still lingering in the area, a little bit more agreeable than out here.
Is he leading us into the mountain or
Looks like he's
off
headed
to the
towards
side?
it looks like there's a cave opening down this little pathway, and he's leading.
I
you
just
to
kind
it.
of like turn to Tizo and go, I really don't want to go to a second location with this guy.
Then you can stay out here. I'll start following.
Okay.
Tizo, wait for me.
Come along, Yeska.
And I finally turn to Raven, the last arbiter of good sense.
I don't want to be here either, but it'd be worse to let them go in alone.
But if he makes one wrong move, we shoot
I
him,
will
yes?
shoot him in the head. Yes, I've got
Oh,
my
yes,
gun
and
out
I will
already.
shoot him somewhere very dear.
Well, that's on you.
Okay,
All right.
at least somebody shows good sense.
Someone has to. Let's go.
All right.
And as
I guess we'll go after.
okay, yeah. So Tizo and Dran kind of lead the way there, and you guys kind of catch up to him. He's not really like slowing down for you guys, but you can see he's hobbling, like he's limping. Yeah, he's doing the Yoda walk. You know, he's yeah, he's definitely like weak and withered. And as he's walking, you guys kind of catch up to him. And he's like, "Oh, surely you're thirsty," and he hands the flask of water to you, Tizo, like out towards you.
I'm fine. If you aren't Soja Ward, do you know where he is?
Oh, let's get by the warmth of the fire before we discuss any further. But yes, I do know of Soldier Ward. It's a shame you didn't want the water. And he starts chugging it as he's walking. And he like wipes his face and continues walking, leading you into the cave.
Keep following.
Seems like the cave is lined with these like makeshift torches. They're made out of some type of wood. You guys haven't seen a tree since you got to this planet, so you have no idea where this wood is coming from. But you're walking through and there's these just torches aligned in this cave, and eventually like you get to a kind of an opening in the cave that seems to have some kind of natural like ventilation in the top of it, allowing the smoke to kind of crawl through the rocks above. And you and you guys see there's a small campfire there that's burning what looks to be like some wood, but you can see other like pieces of material. You're not really sure what it is. Looks like it could be a bunch of planet trash or things like that have been left here for God knows how long. And there's like some rocks placed around. It looks like a small like little campsite within this cave. And there seems to be like a pot of some kind of stew cooking over the fire and things of that nature. And he leads you over and he's like, "Oh, would you like something to eat?"
No, I'm fine.
"Oh, suit yourself." And he begins to grab like a ladle, and he pulls out some things out of there and puts it into like what looks like to be some type of carved bowl. And a homemade, some kind of carved spoon of some sort, and he's just like starts sitting down and he starts like eating some of this stew. It doesn't smell very appetizing, but it looks like it's something to eat. And at about this time, like, Yeska and Raven catch up, and Dran, you're in the middle of all this. He kind of gestures towards the pot of stew above the fire to all you as you guys enter as well. And please, help yourself. Oh, fair enough.
We are
So-
looking for.
You're very
Ward.
generous with your hospitality. However, we have very urgent business.
Urgent business. Right. Well. The Jedi. Soldier Ward. It was many years ago. I had long since stopped counting the years, but he arrived here in a small vessel, a small ship, not too far away from here. He was gravely wounded when he arrived upon the planet. Well, he didn't say why. I tried to help him the best I could, but I'm no doctor. All I could do was make him comfortable, and when it was time, I found a suitable resting place for him. And the old man pauses for a moment, seems to be recollecting thoughts and taking a few more bites of his stew. Just before he passed on, Ward told me that one day, you would come looking for him. He mentioned a green flesh in purple robes of his former apprentice would come with a look of confidence in his face. Uh-oh.
Nope.
Cruzy noped out of here.
Nope.
Nope.
Not doing this tonight. Not doing this tonight. I'm out of here.
Welcome back.
Den looks...
Discord just like I'm like nope, and I was also like nope, and it just read my mind, I guess.
Den looks at Yeska and says, I know. Blue flesh. With keen skill with the saber and a prideful glare in the reddish of his eyes. And one wearing the regalia of the Great Rebellion. Learning to attune himself in the Force. And also one shrouded in the armor of the Mandalorian. He told me you would come looking for him. I thought it was the ravings of a dying man at the time, but I suppose I was wrong to doubt him. 'Cause here you are. And he looks at you and says, Raven, Yeska, Dran, Tizo. Those were the names. Those were the names I was given.
So when
years
he told
ago-
you to expect us... Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
When he told you to when he told you to expect us, this is first off. I have more. First off, when he told you to expect us, did he have anything for you to give us? Number two, how did you come to be here? This does not exactly seem like a good place for summer home.
Well, you know, it's not. I was stranded on this planet some years ago. And honestly, the years just continued to go by. And I just fend for myself. As much as I distress like I said, I find the solitude agreeable. And you can see, you guys are getting a really closer look at this guy having this conversation. I mean, he's got a huge matted beard. His hair looks like it hasn't been kept up in years. Like it's graying and it's like matted, almost dreadlocking. His face is wrinkled and old. And he just, like, he's got stew like leaking down his chin into his beard now, and he's like shoveling it up and having a conversation with you guys at the same time.
Can we tell what race? Like, is he the same race as Sujo Ward?
He looks human.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you bury him? Or put him to rest? We need to look through his belongings.
I took him to a tomb about an hour to the west of here. I laid his body to rest there. I did not tamper with his belongings. Whatever he came with, I buried him with. Well, he says I didn't quite bury him, I just set him in the tomb.
You wouldn't happen to know the exact coordinates of this tomb, would you?
I can take you there.
Do we have any other choice here?
I will warn you, if you do anything to harm any of us, I will kill you.
He smiles once again and he gestures towards himself. He's like, look at me, an old man. Look at you. I would not stand a chance.
Appearances can be deceiving.
Right.
Once again, your flattery overwhelms me. But I am nothing more than just a stranded old man.
Well, I guess we should set out then.
Is there
So it's an
insight
hour away?
check in this game?
You can make a check. I'm gonna warn you, it's gonna be very difficult.
No, it's fine. I'm not Callisto.
Uh-huh.
Raven doesn't
that's what-
trust
Do we know his
this on
horoscope
principle.
sign?
That's why-
Yeah.
wait for tomorrow night. Then
Blood type.
and then you can lash out with like 10 of them.
Oh, he is right.
I want to do an insight on him. I'm getting freaked out by this creepy old
I just
Ben
don't trust
Gunn.
him on principle. I don't need an inside check. I've just decided I
Um,
don't trust him.
So what you're gonna need to make on this, the rule on this is my kids scream in the background.
Yep.
Barely hear it.
It's fine.
So basically what you're going to do is you're going to make a discipline check here, Yeska, for this. And the difficulty on this is going to be 3 red dice and 1 purple dice.
Oh, God.
Plus, because you're on Moraband, you have to add 2 black setback to it.
Jesus. Good luck.
You are gonna despair. The despair percent chance is like 50%.
So what is this? Is a perception check?
It's a discipline check.
Discipline check.
Yeah.
I am going to use a light side point
Okay.
and
Man, I got
get a
big,
boost.
I got a big pool.
Oh, that's an
gotta
upgrade. Sorry.
start using these.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you got closer. You got closer than I thought you were gonna do.
Yeah.
Not too shabby.
You're giving obvious looks to this man.
Like you can see, like the math symbols kind of appear.
Exactly. With those 3 threat, like, you know, if there was any threat involved with him, like figuring, like, he understands that you're trying your best to see through anything that he would be possibly throwing at you if he was throwing at you. But he's very matter of fact. The way he's speaking, it's just there's nothing indicating to you that he would be lying to you or
Because he hasn't told us anything.
Drink the soup.
He,
Drink the soup.
he obviously told you that Soldier Ward was here and that he knew your names. And this would have been something that Soldier Ward had said, 20 years ago when he died. But you guys also know that, Soldier Ward had the ability to be able to see the future.
Yeah.
I think that this planet also has weird psychic mojo
The force
and
feels
could
more
have
powerful
snatched
here.
it out of our heads.
Sister Skull Kid says Grandpa Spaceman seems all right. It seems legit.
Huh?
All right, well, I trust
Point
Sister
of
Skull
view.
Kid. Yeska's getting weird vibes off this guy.
Sure. But he basically gestures towards you guys and says, well, I'd, prefer to wait till morning, but if it must be done with haste, then we shall set off.
Yes, I think we would prefer to do it now instead of waiting until morning.
All right. He puts down his bowl and he stands up. He cracks a couple bones in his back. Grabs his staff and it's like, I suggest maybe perhaps taking a few of the torches along with us. Keep the shadows away.
Sure.
And he unclips one of the torches that are like attached to the cave walls on these little hooks. Looks like really makeshift stuff here. And he basically leads you guys out of the cave and he just starts leading. Like he doesn't even turn around to see if you're following him. He just starts walking, hobbling along on that cane.
Take a torch and I'll follow him.
If only we had a land
Yeah.
speeder.
Did you have to bring that up?
Too soon.
Too soon.
That was Jim saying that. So.
That's fine. This is what I was gonna do anyway. I'm gonna jetpack fly above them
Okay.
since it's dark and I don't need light to see.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be doing thermal from above as we're going.
As you're doing this, you go. This individual, like seeing this go up into the air above, he stops. The old man looks up. I don't really recommend that. You might want to tell her it might not be a good idea.
Oh God.
I
I'm
will.
gonna call on the comms.
Yeah.
Yeska here. There may be creepy flying things in the air. You might want to come down and be closer to the ground with us.
God damn it! This is so stupid. I hate this planet.
Yeah, she doesn't want
I
to get
know.
she doesn't get it torn to pieces by the shadow flyers at night.
Like,
The sha-
Flyers.
he says there's shadow flyers or some such thing. Just
Lovely. All right.
torn to pieces.
What's that?
don't worry,
what's
Raven.
that?
We'll be gone soon.
What's that movie with
Pitch Black.
Pitch Black. Yes.
Yeah, I knew exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Keep
Yeah.
it
Well, that's Vin Diesel, right? Is
Yep.
that
It's
right?
an animal
That
thing.
is such an awesome movie. I love that movie so much. But yeah, he just starts leading. He walks ahead of you. I mean, he is walking slowly because he's an old, decrepit-looking man who's just like hobbling. You're walking, and I mean, you're kind of walking behind him. If there's any like RP or anything that you guys would want to be doing right now, you can.
Has anybody else come looking for Soja Ward's belongings, or are we the first?
He doesn't turn around to engage with you. He just like keeps walking. Oh, you are the first.
So he didn't give any other names possibly after us? Because he told you about us, what we look like, what our names are.
Correct.
Did he also tell you about anyone after us?
No. Just you. That you would be coming.
Did he tell you if we go?
That he didn't say.
Mhm.
And he turns around and he gives you like a little smirk and just make sure those torches stay lit, okay? and then continues to hobble forward.
So, Michael, would we be able to recover some strain as we?
Oh yeah. This was considered out of encounter, so you can go ahead and make your discipline or cool check to heal any strain that you would have suffered in that previous encounter. Oh, nice roll, Duran. Look at that.
Yeah. It's all that training. Boot camp.
Yeska, you can heal 2 strain. Tizo heals 1 strain. Oh, triumphs count as successes, so that's 4 healed strain from Raven.
Why is it say 3 successes when there's only 2 on the die?
Huh?
Oh, is it automatically calculating a success?
Yeah, it's already.
okay.
So it's only 3. I see that now. That's weird. I didn't think it did that before.
Interesting.
I wonder if they did an update on the
Could
dice
be an
roll.
update.
Possibly.
Yeah. I don't think it did that before.
Interesting.
Sorry, Christy.
She's like, Jim.
But teacher, you didn't
Jim,
give us any
teacher,
help.
I was also confused. Like, wait, what happened? What'd I do?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you guys are continuing to walk. He told you it was a little while of a walk, and going at his pace, you guys probably could make it there like a lot quicker if you were by yourself. But with him like slowly walking behind him, you're kind of like, ugh. It's kind of like being stuck behind that car that's in the passing lane, and you're like,
Tizo, can you?
Why didn't we take the ship?
But yeah, if there's anything else you guys wanted to ask him or talk to each other about, like, you can let him get like far ahead of you if you guys want to have like a group conversation, or if anybody wants to role play anything out. That's up to you.
Tizo's just gonna keep walking unless someone like gets his attention. So.
Okay, so can you clarify? Did he say that Tizo was the apprentice, or is it just
No, I'm
wearing the?
I'm wearing his robes.
Wearing
Okay,
the robes of Kasuja Ward.
Because I
foresaw
crashed right when that
this.
was being discussed, and I was like, wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not that old.
That's why I was very confused. I'm like, what is
Yeah,
he?
It was Gel Markov, right?
Yeah.
Markov,
Yeah.
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 That was his apprentice, and that's the robes I've got.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Because that was like
The ones you took from the bird people. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
right. Yeah. So
No, I don't have any roleplay things. Does anyone else have anything?
Just booking it.
just booking it, okay?
Well, as fast as old man can
We're
book it.
crawling it.
Okay. So about an hour passes, and ahead of you, it's really dark, and with the torchlight around you, it kind of makes it even. You know how when you have light around you, it's harder to see everything else, but you can see silhouetted on the horizon there, rising from the desert before you, is a towering stone palace. Looming towers and jagged spires jut from its sprawling structure, supported by massive columns. Gargantuan statues, their visages eroded by time, decorate the building and stand guard around it, while others lie toppled over and half buried in the sand. And he seems to be leading you in the direction of this, what looks to be ancient stone-built palace. Flame of the torchlight still flickering and crackling as he's walking along, casting strange shadows down upon the red sand. You guys continue to follow. And he leads you right between these statues and right to the front steps of this enormous and elaborately decorated and designed palace. Definitely looks like it's seen the erosion of time and just this harsh environment upon the outside of the walls. And he looks up, he stops and pauses for a moment. Yes. This is it. Looks back at you. This is the place.
Why did you bring him here?
I don't know. To be honest, I thought getting him out of the environment would be the best thing. Seemed like a place to lay a Jedi to rest. And just kind of looking up. He's not even looking at you guys. He's like looking up at the palace. Well, we shall act with some haste. As fast as he can. Starts like... And he's like climbing these.
Let me help you up there.
Oh, thank you.
Don't touch. Oh, okay.
And he puts his arm around your shoulder, and you help him up the steps, Dran. Oh, thank you. And he heads up the stairs. You guys are just continuing to follow.
Yeah. I want to keep just an eye out. Make sure there's like no traps or like like super obvious like leading us into a death pit or something.
Okay. Go ahead and make a vigilance check for me.
Okay. Oh boy.
This is also going to be.
What in the Latin alphabet? Jehovah starts with an I.
This is also going to be pretty difficult. This is going to be.
Great.
You're going to go 2 reds, 1 purple.
Okay. No upgrade?
Well, I already included that upgrade in there, so.
Oh, okay,
it's just
gotcha.
2 reds, 1 purple for this one. Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, I'm gonna fail this. So you said vigilance?
Vigilance, yeah.
Yep. At least it's not despair.
You have a feeling like everything about this planet has been a trap.
Gotcha.
So it's like, what am I actually looking for? So in the process, like, it freaks you out, and you take 2 strain from just like thinking about it and overthinking it.
Gotcha.
And you're just heads on a swivel right now. And right at the end of like the torchlight, it almost feels like you're not walking up the stairs by yourself. It feels like there's other forms, but you're not sure if it's actually real or if it's just something in your mind. Like, it feels like if you were walking with a crowd of people, but the crowd of people could only be within 30 feet of you and are in a radius around you. They're not coming near the torchlight, but they're like, you can feel a presence among you.
Cool. Love that feeling.
That feeling of I'm not alone, but I have no idea who is here.
I will tell everybody else that if they haven't already noticed.
Mm-hmm. And as Tizo points it out, immediately you guys all feel the same thing. Like, and then that's when it gets really weird.
Oh, great.
No, there's cultures out there that they can do multiple tones with their voices. I can't remember what it's called, the actual like act of doing this.
Bitonal?
It's called throat singing.
Throat singing. It's exactly what it is. They can like open different channels within their voice box to create these like noises like that. You guys start.
It's a thing for like Tibetans, and I believe a few of the far northern First People tribes in Canada. Canada. That's what you guys start to hear. All of you. And as Tizo points it out, immediately you guys all feel the same thing. Like, and then that's when it gets really weird. No, there's cultures out there that they can do multiple tones with their voices. I can't remember what it's called, the actual like act of doing this. They can like open different channels within their voice box to create these like noises like that. You guys start.
That's what you guys start to hear. All of you. but it sounds like hundreds of people doing it.
Is there normally this noise coming from this place?
Oh yeah, you get used to it after a while.
Uh,
And he continues to walk. Doesn't even look
Great.
at you at that question. As you guys enter this ancient structure, torches ensconced in the walls seem to spring to life. You guys enter this large stone archway. There are doors kind of still on hinges here, but they're open, like they're open to the inside. And this man seems to just kind of slip through and enter this foyer-esque area. You guys end up finding yourselves in a massive chamber with a great geodesic ceiling more than 12 meters above your heads. The floor is tiled with stone slabs, each a meter across and inlaid with letters and symbols and some kind of ancient language that you just can't understand. Alcoves lining the walls contain statues of sinister-looking, robed figures. Empty chambers seem to extend in all kinds of different directions. At the apex of the ceiling, a massive chandelier constructed from bones of some seem to be like a score of sentient different species attached together, flickers with a baleful flame that seems to resonate in this space. Well, we're just about there. We just have to make our way straight ahead there through that chamber door. That's where I laid the body to rest. And he just kind of walking through this large open room. Seems to make this be some kind of greeting chamber or something in a palace. You know, when you first walk in the foyer and then there's this large opening and it seems to go in different directions. But he's leading you straight on. There's a couple stairs and it leads through another large archway beyond.
I will turn around to everybody and just give them a look of be ready as we're walking.
I'm going to give him a look that he's going to understand means like, you got us into this mess.
I will
The
shoot
look
him back
that
a look
says,
and be like,
"I
I told
wanted
you
to
to
leave."
clear the ship.
Raven was very much like, no duh, like, no like...
Okay. So you guys start following him into the next chamber. There's a little hallway that seems to separate them. And he moves into a massive room that you guys can tell by like the look of this place. Even in the dark, this looks like it probably was the center of the structure as you guys are moving in. It's bigger than that massive chamber that was before it. So this is even like twice the size of that. It's like this huge room. And as your guys walking up, he seems to have stopped. And you guys look up and there's a great skylight in the center of this chamber that seems to just have this reddish piercing light that glows down through the light onto him standing in the center. And he just gazes up towards that light and you can see that reflective red light on his face. And as he's gazing out that window, you notice something different about him for the first time. He's dropped the cane down to his side and he's standing more straight now. Like he's not hunched over anymore. And has a different posture from the first time that you met him. He turns around to face you. His expression is now fixed in grim determination, looking at all of you. And although his face is still lined and creased with the hair and the gray and the beard, he seems possessed of a vitality and strength he previously lacked. And brushing
I got my lightsaber.
Okay, you ignite your lightsaber.
It's not on. Not on.
Okay.
It's just it's in my hand.
And he gets a little smirk on his face as he sees you do that. And brushing his robe to the side, he reveals a lightsaber at his belt. And he looks right at you, Yeska, and says, I know why you have come here. even if you don't. The masters were wrong. The future is fixed, but I must still play my part and pass on the power. If you are worthy, you will understand. As if a mist has burned away in the harsh light, you finally see and notice the face of Soljo Ward clearly as he draws his lightsaber. He holds a kyber crystal up in his hand before sliding it into his robes. There, in a manic, paranoid light in his eyes, you recognize three things: fear, despair, and spite. You all have come here seeking my power of prophecy, and will kill me to seize it. I have foreseen that you will be my executioners. I saw it carved in the future that day, and it has burdened me since. I cannot change this fate, but I will at least make you pay for this destiny in blood. What are you
Hold on just a second. Wait one moment, mister.
Also, can I pause the game to go, "Bow, bow, 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 we all got it right"?
So time out. Are we time? Tell me when time in. All right.
There it is.
So we time back in, and he says, "Look, we are not here for your power of prophecy. We are here, one, because we have been searching to regain the kyber crystals, to keep it the knowledge out of evil, and two, we're here for you, because you have killed many people, not in a just way, but you have done great evil in this world, and you must answer with it for justice. We are not here to kill you, but if you fight us, it will happen. But we are not here to steal your power. We are not hungry for it like you are. Please come with us, or there will be trouble."
He unclips his lightsaber from his belt. He doesn't ignite it, but he unclips it, and he turns more to face you, Yeska, and says, I have already embraced my destiny. I have come to this planet to die. That is my destiny, and I shall see it through. And he goes, he ignites his lightsaber, and you can see now the red light is kind of cascading and resonating from his back, and the green light of his lightsaber is reflecting on the front of him. So it's like you got this green light on this side and the red light kind of looming over his back.
So cool.
and he basically looks at you, Yeska, and he holds up his hand like this. My students. And he does the come at me, bro.
No.
Yes. And I would like you all to roll initiative for me, please.
He doesn't have a
What kind of
dang thing.
initiative is this?
He doesn't have a dang thing to teach me.
Is this cool or vigilance or?
I think everybody knew this was coming, so this is cool.
Can I roll vigilance?
No, this is a cool for everybody on this one.
Damn.
You told me you guys knew. Bow, 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 bow.
I mean, we did. Hey, I really knew. Bow, 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 bow.
Nice.
All right, let me roll for him. And I honestly didn't think you guys were gonna get to him tonight, so I gotta double check and remember all the cool stuff that he can do.
Oh no!
I love that we had a sidebar. It was like, we all agree this is him, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I get sick of monologuing.
There's his.
Hold
Double?
What?
How?
I mean, technically, I think we still get to
You
go
still
first.
beat 'em,
Someone
you still
rolled a
beat 'em.
3, but Jesus.
Actually, I think triumphs allow you to do like a free maneuver. on your before.
On your
I think
turn.
yeah, I think it does.
or-
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives you an extra maneuver on your turn, a free maneuver.
Yeah,
and I think we
three
were right.
maneuvers.
It's already added the
Yeah, it is.
successes for those triumphs because I
Oh,
don't see a
yeah.
success on
Yep.
any of those.
Oh.
Okay,
All
so
right, let's go
Good-
ahead
good.
and give us some
all
battle.
right,
Makes
roll
sense.
20. I see what you're doing. Roll 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna put the saving
They
the
must have
world.
updated it.
Some epic, some battle music. Let's go ahead and give everybody in a descending order here. All right, let me double check, make sure I'm reading my. Okay. This is too happy. Way too happy. That doesn't work.
Happy
That
kill
doesn't work.
time.
There we go. I like that better. All right. First to go, in response to the "come at me, bro," is one of our PCs.
Is it okay if I go first?
I
wanna try
think
something
that's
out,
great.
really.
I think that's great because like he's been like tete-a-tete with Yeska, and Yeska's got his lightsaber ignited as well, and that'll be a good distraction for you to hawkbat him.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna be doing that.
Well, you know what I mean.
I am going to use my force move, and I am going to try and take the lightsaber out of his hand and bring it to me,
Oh!
What?
Ooh.
because I can
What?
use the force user can pull objects out of secure mountings or out of opponent's grasps.
Yoink!
Okay. Do you have to?
Does he
What,
get
what are
the-
the what are the rules? Does it give you rules on like if you're trying to pull it out?
It
Like,
says the
what, like
no.
there's probably
it,
a opposed check probably here.
Does he get to resist?
Yeah.
it doesn't say they get to.
There is an
but-
opposed, there is an
hold on.
opposed
Let me
force
look up-
ability thing where when you're trying to do
True.
something, they get to oppose it with another.
Let me
one of
bring
their
up-
abilities. It's probably going to be based off of his bronze stat or something like that,
Yeah,
To
let me
yank
bring
it
up
out of his
the
hand.
Discipline roll or something?
or it could be opposed
force
discipline.
move. Hold on, I've got it right here. I mean, for the control upgrade, all it says is the user gains the ability to pull things off or out of opponent's grasps.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a contested roll for this because
Okay, makes sense.
he's going to try to keep a hold of it. He's not just going to let you
Yeah.
yank it out of there. So there is a section in here that says opposing checks when you use the force against. Let me double check on where that is. The rule book. Resisting force power checks. Here it is. When a character attempts to use a force power against a PC or an NPC, that'd be an NPC as well with or a non-player character, or a powerful non-player character, which is a nemesis, the force power check becomes an opposed check. The GM can use his discretion at when the rule is on what the opposed check is going to be. To make the check, the GM consults with the player and determines a skill for the attack and also a skill for the defender.
Okay.
And
What's your best skill, Tiza?
basically, you combine your dice pool with your force dice,
Uh-huh.
and then you can spend your ability points. Basically,
Spin the force to get...
the force allows you to do it, and then you basically have to beat him with the check.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I thought there was one example that that had moves in here. The check must generate the sufficient force dice to activate and uncancelled successes to successfully execute the action. So yeah, you got to beat them.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this is. What would you think your skill would be? This is probably based off of your discipline, right?
Let's see. I mean, I know some force abilities are will. Like, 'cause I know the bind ability is willpower based,
Okay.
which is kind of similar to what I'm trying to do because it's basically the like force choke move is what bind is. So
Okay.
I think willpower
Okay.
would be the best option, but
You could do willpower. It's going to be resisted against his discipline.
okay. Now, do I have to put force just because I need to use
you
it
have you put
for activating?
yeah
it
you have to
purposes?
use your roll your force dice with it, and you're also going now. Your difficulty on this is going to be 3 red and 1 purple.
3 red. Oh Jesus!
And because I don't really want to see this happen, I'm gonna use a dark side point, and I'm gonna upgrade that because
It's 4 red.
because what's a boss fight when the other person doesn't have their lightsaber?
I'm using one in return. Now, I don't know if this would work for this, but I do have the quick strike thing. Adds a boost per rank of quick strike to combat checks against targets that have not acted yet. So is this considered a combat check or not?
It's not really a combat check. A combat check is more like an attack roll against him. This is more like a disarming thing.
Cool. All right.
I believe in you, Derek.
You do have 1 automatic success, though, don't you?
No, that was only for that one encounter. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I
From
think
Duran.
Duran's force is not active right now, I think.
Oh, okay.
Which thing?
Your force
Your
thing that was
boosting
it.
thing.
Unless you've been holding it this whole time.
Oh yeah. It's I have to either commit force die. Oh, yeah, I can't even do that yet. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is probably not going to work, but here we go.
Oh.
It's a lot of force.
Oh.
Oh my stars.
Oh god.
Oh. This is starting off great.
Okay. So you don't pull the lightsaber out of his hands. You suffer 3 strain and 3 conflict in the process. As while you're reaching out and you're holding your hand and you're really trying to pull on this lightsaber, you can see his hand like tightening his grip around it, and you can see his hand shaking a bit. You guys all hear that low rumble of the force. Some dust starts to fall from cracks in the ceiling as the force powers being used right now are making the place tremble a little bit. And that's when you notice, like, you're looking ahead at him, and you almost for a moment see yourself. And you kind of quickly shake your head and it knocks the, like, and you lose track of the force power.
Well, okay, so that took my action, I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah, force is an action.
ignite, since it didn't work, ignite my lightsaber
Okay.
as an incidental.
Okay.
And then as maneuver, I am going to mark for death him.
Oh, marking for death.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. Bringing us to Soldier Ward himself.
That would have been so cool.
Yeah, that would.
Well, I guess I give up now. Here, take me away.
Yeah. Does this guy?
He kind of squats down in a very athletic looking position. Much like what you've seen Tizo do in the past.
Oh no! Oh no!
And uses his enhanced force ability
Oh, hey.
to launch himself
Use me.
towards Tizo. And I don't think I even really need to roll. He has a really high force rating, so I think this is going to succeed. But I'm going to go ahead and roll the force dice anyway, so you can see how powerful this guy is.
What the
Oh,
heck?
yeah.
Okay, so he's 1 higher than me.
You have a force rating of 4?
Yeah.
So he comes flying towards Tizo and lands like right next to you, and then it's just gonna take us quick, like he almost like you haven't seen speed like this before, Tizo. He loops the saber around while he's landing and then just does like a quick strike up as you're trying to regain your footing from the failed force power. I was gonna try to strike you with his lightsaber.
Gonna use the dodge.
Okay, so that's an upgrade.
Yes.
And you got an armor point.
I've got an armor point.
Okay.
You know, I don't like this guy, so we're just gonna go ahead and day it. Upgrade that again.
Okay. And I'm gonna send it right back to you.
Yeah.
So we got 2 upgrades, and I've got an upgrade on my side, and he attacks you with his lightsaber. Oh, I shouldn't have rolled those force dice. Excuse me.
So,
That's fine. I mean, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
That's gonna hit, so that's 10 unsoakable breach damage.
Oh yeah, it's just take. My soak doesn't do anything then, does it?
Yeah, your soak doesn't do anything, so you take 10 wounds
Awesome.
as the lightsaber across your chest.
Ow.
And 3 advantage. And this
Oh,
weapon
God.
has a
He's got a
critical
crit
of
of
1.
Oh
no! He's gonna cut your damn arm off. Like,
Before I do that, though, I want to
That'd be really cool. I'd actually be okay with that.
I want to
cybernetic one.
I want to double check
I
the
have.
Sunder rules really quick.
I don't know if you guys know
no.
that. Do you guys know that I have a cybernetic arm?
I don't think
No.
so. 'Cause you always wear armor.
I've only ever seen the armor. I've never even seen
Yeah.
your face.
That's true.
I mean, I've seen the helmet
Hey.
off, but
That's true.
that's all I saw.
Okay, here's what I'm
Could
gonna
be a
do.
droid under there for all Dran knows.
I mean, maybe that's why I hate droids.
Here's what I'm gonna do with
They'll
those
find
3.
me out.
One of them,
Self-loathing.
one of those is gonna activate a critical hit against you, Tizo. The other 2
Okay.
are gonna hit your lightsaber and sunder
Great.
it from new to damage 2 slots. It takes 4 to completely sunder your lightsaber.
Oh my god.
Okay, so find my lightsaber. So so it's moderate. Then,
Yeah, it'd be
basically.
moderate, yeah. And in the yeah.
Damaged.
Yep, moderately
Okay,
damaged
gotcha.
as it strikes your lightsaber. Like you can see it kind of cut through part of the handle during the
Uh-huh.
strike, and you can go ahead and roll 1 critical with no modifier to it.
Of course. Of course.
Of
course.
Oh no!
No.
No, he increases difficulty. Oh,
Well, you
boy.
already had a critical.
No, that's my new. That's the only one. You healed my other one.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that. Oh wait, Soldier Ward had 2 free maneuvers from his initiative
He
roll.
did.
Oh.
Yeah, sure.
That would have been really good for Tizo if he had those 2 extra maneuvers.
Okay. He's going to use... Well, actually, it doesn't even cost a maneuver for him to do this. He's going to suffer 1 strain. And as an incidental, he has something called Improved Center of Being.
Oh, God.
What?
Of course he does.
The critical
do?
rating of attacks targeting him is 2 higher now.
Oh.
So it
Or-
takes 2 more advantage, right? Is what
Takes
you're
2
saying?
more advantage to crit him.
Yep.
And that
My
will
blaster will crit on a 5.
and that will end his turn, bringing us to the second PC.
I'd like
Shoot him, Raven.
I'd like to shoot him.
You like to shoot him? Okay. Raven's good. Raven's set up for
I have a free movement.
Yes, you do.
So I'm going to use my jetpack to kind of move around to flank.
Okay.
So I'll kind of just
Okay.
do like a semicircle.
Are you hovering or are you landing?
I'll land.
Okay. Sure.
And I'm going to aim at his back shoulder.
Okay. Now you're going to add so Your shot is going to be 1 purple,
Mm-hmm.
but his defense is on range is 1, so you're going to add a black setback.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to upgrade your difficulty once due to Moraband.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to upgrade it 3 more times because he's adversary 3.
Is my skills still messed up, or is it
Nope,
back to
It's
agility?
back to normal. It was only those other beings.
Thank
Yep.
God. Okay. Mm, 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 mm.
There you go.
Ooh, wow. And
So
that's
that's
the
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 damage.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
He is going to use Master Reflect 3.
What?
He's going to suffer 3 strain and reduce the damage by 5.
Okay.
How many
Doesn't
did you
she
say
also crit?
How many did you say that was?
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 damage.
Damage. So he takes 13 wounds. Let's see what else. No, that doesn't. Well, wait, let's see it. Oh man, that'd be cool if you rolled that, but you don't. You didn't roll that.
What?
So he takes
Teasing us.
13, I believe, was the wounds.
Yes, 13
Yeah.
wins.
Oh, that's soakable, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah, he took a hit from the blaster. It looked like he tried to like baseball bat this thing back at you when he did that. And unfortunately, you can't crit because his crit is too higher now. So it'd be a 4
Yeah.
to crit against
I
him
know.
for this turn. Yep.
I noticed that. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
smart move, because I got vicious 4 beach.
Yeah.
Oh.
So instead, I will boost Yeska.
All right. Yeska gets a boost. And I think that went your turn unless you want to suffer some strain and take another maneuver.
Nope, I'm good
Nope.
here.
All right. Our next PC gets to go.
All right.
2 left in the turn. Yep.
I'll take it if you don't mind, Doc.
Yep. Looks like
All right,
the Doc is
so-
cool with it.
I already had ignited my lightsaber whenever he did.
Yep.
I think I mentioned that, so I don't have to do that. So I'm going to use my I want to try something interesting.
Okay.
I want to maneuver around beside him, and I want to act like I'm going to hit him with my lightsaber,
Okay.
and then I want to, with my other hand, draw my pistol and shoot him in the gut.
Okay. Okay.
So I want to like fake him out. Like
So
I
you're
want
trying
to.
to you're gonna try to deceive him on this. Okay.
Right.
So do you have a deception skill on your character sheet?
Let's
Do you
see.
see deception?
Uh,
I can't remember if it's deception
Yeah.
or if it's coercion.
yeah, it's deception.
Okay. You're gonna make a deception check against his discipline to see if you can pull this off, because he's a very
Okay,
disciplined
so-
fighter.
Okay.
So the check is gonna be your deception versus 3 red, 1 purple.
All right, and I'm gonna add that boost that I got from Raven for that. Did it go?
Yep.
I'll
I'm
try
good.
again. Ooh.
Oh, we'll use the first one.
Oh, okay.
I
I didn't see. I didn't see that it had gone through. Sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately, it fails in the process. He doesn't seem to be distracted by it, And actually, he kind of sees it coming. So on your shot, you're gonna add, for those 2 threat, you're gonna add a setback to your shot.
Okay. All right. So in that case, I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay. So when your attack roll, so you're point blank, so you're gonna make it's gonna be 2 purple. Upgraded once due to Moraband. Upgraded 3 additional times due to Adversary 3, which he has a Nemesis rating for.
Okay.
And 1 defense, so 1 setback for a defense, and 1 setback for your. He kind of saw what you were trying to do to him and kind of got the upper hand.
Okay, here we go.
Unfortunately, the shot misses as he just kind of slides out of the way as you. And this is just causing you a lot of stress, so you're going to take a point of strain for that threat on that one.
Okay, I tried.
Yes. This guy's definitely the most skilled combatant that you've ever faced right now, Yeska.
Okay, and that's all I want to do then.
Perfect. All right. Dran.
Dran looks sad.
Dread sad. Dread very sad.
Ward, you fool. Your visions didn't tell you how the future must be. They showed you how it could be, and you've created your own twisted fate. Didn't have to be this way. And I'm going to use a thing here.
Okay.
I'm going to use a new thing I have called The Force is My Ally. Where once per session, I can suffer 2 strain to perform a force power action as a maneuver.
Oh!
So I'll take 2 strain, and I'm going to try to give everybody a battle meditation for the upcoming round here.
Okay, so as your maneuver, look at this. Oh.
Which I can, and I've got my little range upgrade, so anyone at least within short range of me gets their...
automatic success?
And then I'm going to kind of hold my hand out at Ward.
Okay.
Looking angry.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to turn to Tizo, who's looking a little rough.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to heal.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
And he would heal 8, and because I only used light, any strain would recover 2.
Wait, how much strain?
8, I think, if I'm getting this right.
8 wounds
eight.
and 8 strain?
Yeah, let me double check just to make sure that I...
Okay.
That is crazy.
I'm down to...
Yeah, if you didn't have to use any dark side, if any of dark side, yeah, you can target heals strain equal to wounds healed, which is 8. That's
Whoa!
All right, well, you completely healed my strain.
I think.
Oh, wow.
So thank you.
Look at that, Dran. Goodness. Hey, Dran, do me a favor as well. I need, because of what you said to him... What social skills are listed on that character sheet of yours, Dran?
I think we have charm, we have deception, we have negotiation, and coercion.
What do you think what you said to him would be more... Would you think that's more in line with a charm?
I'm appealing to his logic that, you
Okay,
moron,
so
you should know your own power.
So is that more negotiation, you think? Or is that more charm? What you think?
I think I'm probably trying to persuade him that he's
Persuasion?
wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to make a persuason check then. Against a difficulty of 3 red, 1 purple.
Wait, there is no persuasion. Never mind.
With that, what's a coercion
I
is
guess
like...
negotiation. Yeah.
It would probably be either negotiation or charm. I think charm is the persuasion check in this game.
Okay, cool. Charm.
So go ahead and do charm against 3 red, 1 purple.
3 red, 1 purple. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. Okay. This is charm. What the heck? Oh, okay, there's some force that shouldn't be in there, but
That's
that's a weird mix. That's a weird mix, Michael.
That is a
I
weird
don't know what to
mix.
do. I don't know what to do.
Oh,
Okay.
It technically counts as a success.
You did it.
So since this was like an extra check that I asked you to make, like on top of that, basically what happens is Tizo and Yeska, you notice Soldier Ward eyes veer off towards Dran. And you almost start to hear whispers getting louder within this chamber. And they seem to start speaking and screaming out. And they start shouting things like, "Don't turn your back on your destiny. You have come here to die. Fulfill your role. Show them what the power of the dark side is all about." As you said that, and you can see conflict in his face. And turn, Dran?
And turn.
All right. That brings us to the top of round 2. At the top of round 2, something else happens.
Oh no.
Yes, layer actions.
He does have layer actions.
No.
Visions start to cloud your minds. Dran, you see former warriors from the Rebel Alliance that you shared meals with start forming within the room, like apparitions, just like seem to just like almost come out ghost-like forms. And you see them just walking like they were just on their way to the grocery store, just doing their normal day-to-day things, you know? And one of them kind of looks at you and says, "Oh, good. You've come here to help us." "Thank you, Commander. You can help." Tizo, you're seeing younglings walking through the chamber. One of them looks like a young Zabrak. Looks towards you in these youngling robes. Little mini training lightsaber like attached to his waist. "Hey, Tizo. It's been quite a while. Are you going to help us?" And you guys are all seeing these visions. Raven, you see a Mandalorian start to walk towards you. And you recognize the symbol of Clan Rook upon the shoulder. And the Mandalorian removes her mask and tucks her helmet under her arm, and she walks towards you, kind of like blonde hair kind of falling down to the side with red streaks kind of dying through it. You recognize this woman as a member of your clan named Korra. And she walks up to you, and she looks like she's got anger in her eyes, and she grabs like underneath your helmet, like under here, and you can feel like this figure is like pulling your helmet towards her face, like 3 inches away, and looks towards you and says, "You knew I was right, but your stubbornness always gets in the way. When will you learn?" And then kind of pushes your helmet away, and you watch this form like vanish. Yeska, you see you jump in with like 3 spins off to the side, and you land with your lightsaber. Then you see 3 more of you land in the middle with lightsabers. Then you see all these versions of you begin to spar against each other with lightsabers. The glowing of the yellow seems to overtake your vision as you see lightsabers go boom, 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 as 10 of you are fighting each other in front of your face, dueling one another. What looks like to the death. I need each of you to make a discipline check for me, please. Against 2 red dice and 1 purple die.
Is this fear?
Yeah, this would be a fear effect. If you have something against it, you can apply to it.
Cool.
Ugh.
Yes, because these discipline checks are killing Yeska tonight.
Oh no.
Oh.
Sorry, what was the rule?
It's a discipline check against 2 red and 1 purple.
2 red, 1 purple. Is there any upgrades on this?
Not on this check, no.
Okay.
That's just what it's. That's with the upgrade.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys, the fear effect from previous does not apply here. What happens is, forming out of those visions, like Yeska, you see your forms all come together. They form into one version of you, standing in a dark black robe, looking at you with darkened areas around their eyes. Dran, you see the same thing. That one person that was just talking to you slowly morphs into a dark-souled version of yourself standing in front of you. Tizo, same thing with you. That youngling starts to grow and the robe blackens to the darkness of night and stands in front of you wielding a double-bladed lightsaber, glaring at you with dark green shades. Raven, you see yourself where Korra used to stand in front of you. I'm gonna roll initiative for all these guys.
Oh no.
First.
Thought you were gonna make me fight a youngling.
Yeah, I was like, ooh.
So
We have to fight Shadow Tizo? I don't like this. I don't like this.
there's Shadow Tizo's initiative roll. We've got Shadow Yeska. I'm gonna roll his initiative here. Boom, Shadow Yeska. Then I've got
Curse
Shadow Raven.
goodness.
He's so good looking though.
Yeah.
Shadow Raven is here. Let's go ahead and put Shadow Raven on there. And we've got Shadow.
Ask Shadow Dran to make a medicine check.
Shadow Dran.
That'll
Here he
destroy
is.
him.
Shadow Dran.
Hey, Shadow Dran, Shadow Yeska needs some medicine. Help him. And then
So, let me double check these initiatives. Oh, those are poor. That one goes way down there. 1-4 is up here. 1-2s, so all the PCs are going before. Oh no, that's a 1-3. That goes before a 1-2. Looks right. Top of second round. Seems like there is another
Is it okay?
threat in the room.
Is it okay if I go first?
Have at her.
Yep.
Reminder that you got +1
I am not going. I have a +1.
from my battle meditation.
Oh, right. I'm not going for me. I'm going for Sojo Ward.
Okay.
And maneuver going to... Can you aim with a melee weapon? Is that a thing you can do, or is that only ranged?
Yeah, you can aim with a melee. Yeah, if you use a maneuver to do so, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to use a maneuver to aim.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use a second maneuver to use precise aim, which basically takes away 1 defense. Increases the target's
Ooh.
defense, ranged and melee, by 1. Or by the number of strain.
It decreases
which
the
only
defense, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then there would be
So, I don't know
0.
how many he
He
has.
only has 1
Yeah.
defense, so it would get rid of that. So you get rid of that setback.
Gotcha.
So it'd be 2 purple, 1
Okay.
upgrade for Moraband, 3 for his adversary.
Okay. I have 5 because I also have 1 from my critical injury.
Ah, yes. True.
So, all right. So 2 purple, 5 upgrades, right?
2 purple, 5 upgrades.
And then I'm going
yeah.
going to use an upgrade
Okay,
for light side,
you got it.
and I have 1 guaranteed success from Dran, and then 2 advantages from me from
There
my
you go.
lights from my mark of death. Of course.
Well,
Well, 2 advantages, so...
Look at all the yellows and none of them. I had what?
Yeah,
yeah, that's unfair.
none of them were
yeah.
helping you on that one, yeah. So,
it's
Do we have
Two-
anything from me?
2
So
threat.
he-
technically.
So I have a thing where I can remember, like when Jamie gave us all stuff. Can I spend that on someone else, or is it only on myself?
I would say it's only on you, because it's coming from chat.
Gotcha.
Let me double check something really quick when it comes to threat.
There's only 2 threat technically because I have 2 guaranteed from
Hmm.
my mark of death.
And that automatic success would cancel
Yeah.
out that.
The
Failure.
failure technically it's just 2
Which
threat.
just means neutral.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and apply 2 strain because of the strain of this battle.
Gotcha.
And you just feeling nervous about your lightsaber's integrity as that first strike is getting close to chopping this thing in half. And that thing has been your life. for
Into
a while.
mine. Yeah.
All right, and your turn?
Yep.
Okay, an NPC is going to go. Soldier Ward goes. Because why not? He actually is going to go ahead and spend his maneuver jumping kind of back into that red light that he came from with his enhance ability. So he's going to spend his force die. Oh yeah, he's fine.
Jealous.
He jumps back. He's about at short range. And he actually has an ability that allows him when he makes a force power check, he can heal strain. Where is that? Oh yeah. Spend force point on force power checks to recover 2 strain. Yeah, so he's gonna spend 2 force points and get rid of all his strain. Because why not? And then he is going to look towards Dran and say, "What do you know about destiny? What do you know of the Force?" And he holds his lightsaber like this and throws it towards Dran.
What?
Yeet!
What?
Yeet!
And it starts going boom, 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 towards you, Dran. He has an ability called Saber Throw.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
I thought about picking that up.
I would like to do something. So I have an ability called Sense Advantage. So once per session, I want to add. I can add 2 setback to 1 NPC's skill check.
okay.
Oh.
So
Oh.
two setback on this. Cool. So 2 purple, 2 black. And Dran, you have any armor or anything like that?
I have 1 defense that he has to deal with.
1 defense. Okay, so it goes up to 3.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I got a lot of these sitting around, so I'm gonna use a dark side point.
Go ahead.
Now, the thing about this is it is technically, well, it's also a, it uses the force points generated on the round that it can use to do additional things. So
Okay.
he has he used 2 of his force points to do to heal strain. He also used 1 to do the enhanced jump that he did.
The flip.
2, 3, 4, and
Okay.
he has 4 remaining. So he has to spend 3. He can target an additional target with the saber throw.
What?
So it can hit one
Oh,
person
God.
and boomerang to somebody else. And this last force point makes it return to him safely. So he's going to spend all his force points this round. And the lightsaber throw to Dran first. And then it's going to head...
All right.
I think Raven was closer to Dran. Is that correct, Raven? You were on the other side?
Well, Raven went around.
She
Okay,
jumped
yeah,
back
yeah.
around.
I'm aiming at
Okay.
Ward's back, so wherever that is.
So this one's going to Dran, then to Yeska. So let's go ahead and clear those force dice. Oh, I cleared them all. 3, 2, 1 upgrade. Rolling against Dran. Here we go, Dran. Lightsaber attack coming your way, buddy.
All right.
First one misses.
Ooh.
Generates 2 advantage. You know what? And I'm still sitting on 2 advantage. I should have used them. Yeska, what's the combat against you? Setback goes. I'm gonna apply the 2 setback to this because it's still technically the same attack. So with your
Okay.
ability, I'm gonna keep applying that to this attack as well.
I'm not engaged one-on-one, so it's only 1
Okay.
defense. And that's something I wanted to ask you about. So I picked up on my tree, it says something called defensive training.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, when wielding a lightsaber, melee, or brawl weapon, the weapon gains the defensive quality with a rating equal to ranks in defensive training. So I don't know what that means.
Defensive quality means for every rank of defense, you get to add another setback to anybody's attack as long as you're wielding that weapon. And I think it has to be in melee combat. Like it'd be your melee defense, not your ranged defense. And this is considered a ranged attack because he's throwing a saber at you.
That's fine. So just a 1 extra setback then.
Okay, so 3 setback, 2 purple. I'm going to use my 2 blue boosts and attach them onto the attack. As this saber goes, Dran dodges it, ducks out of the way, and you see the saber turning towards you. Wong, 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 and rolls. Oh. Oh.
Well, nice knowing you, Yeska.
Oh.
Okay. Can I do anything?
If you can.
Ouch.
Ouch.
I don't think I can do anything.
All right.
Hit me.
So, it's 12 damage. And this is breach 1, so it reduces your... It ignores 10 soak. So if you don't have over 10 soak, it's not going to really help you here. He is going to take a point of strain for the threat,
Oh, yeah.
so that's good.
So you said it was 12?
12 unsoakable damage. And 2 triumphs.
Yeska's down.
Yeska's down? Okay, so here's what happens. Since you went down on this roll, that adds another crit to the triumph. So what this is going to do is you're going to roll 1 critical, but it's going to be at a plus 20. So the offset is going to be a 20 since I had the other triumph adds the 10, the unconsciousness adds another 10.
Okay.
So Yeska will need to roll a crit on this. Stagger.
They immediately attempt another free attack against you using the same dice pool as original attack.
Oh,
So this boomerang thing comes back around and smacks him again. That's horrible. That's horrible.
No. So while Yeska's falling and the lightsaber's still spinning, the lightsaber spins and like it wasn't like it's just spinning. So as Yeska's falling, it gets another hit on him, but it's the same exact dice pool. So I've got to roll that again and see what happens. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad.
Not too bad.
That's not as bad as the first one.
I'm unconscious. My dude.
Unconscious. So here's what happens. You're gonna roll.
Fail 2 death saving throws.
You're gonna roll a second crit. Okay.
Do I have any offset on that?
Do you have a crit? You had your crit already, so you have 1 crit. So that's gonna
I
add
think
an
it automatically.
offset of 10.
And I'm unconscious. So
The unconsciousness on this one, I don't think matters. It was just when you first fall unconscious, you take an automatic crit.
okay.
You're unconscious, so it
So
doesn't.
does that add?
So you
So does
already-
it add just 10?
10, but the critical rating on this weapon is a 1, and there are 3 advantage there. I'm only going to activate one of those, so it's going to be a crit of 20, and I'm going to use the other one to pass a boost on to Tizo's evil version of himself.
Great.
Oh no.
So you're going to roll another crit with a 20 offset.
Can no
What?
longer see. Upgrade
What?
difficulty of perception and vigilance check 3 times and all other checks twice.
Oh, you are blind. Oh, gosh. And unconscious. As the lightsaber
They're all
returns
some
to
new
Soldier.
characters here.
And Soldier and the
So about
lightsaber.
that art.
Good night, nurse.
And as the lightsaber hits Soldier Ward's hand, you see a little smirk on his face. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. Star
Oh,
Wars
no!
Force and Destiny.
Oh, no! Oh, horror!
Oh, no.